Everybody lives with it.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to show 100.
I live my life walking down the street, meet the faces of the people I see. All the time I see your reflection, all the time I see your reflection. It's okay to feel alone, it's okay to be alone. All the time I see your reflection, all the time I see your reflection. 'Cause when I'm with you, it seems so easy, seems so easy. My best days are with you, they are so easy, they are so easy.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to episode 100 of the Bloody Show. 100 episodes. Tonight we're going to do 10 shots, 10 bots, as is a spectacular. Unfortunately, Jamie could not be with us tonight. He's actually at home. He's just got Siege 8 face, and then we've got some footage of Jamie opening up his Siege 8 face.
I think they're excited.
Oh, he's so excited. Oh, look at his little face. Yeah, Siege 8 face. Yeah, well done, Jamie. Yeah, well done.
Do we do a shot now?
Pour one out for him.
So we're going to go through 10 random Transformers, maybe 11 or 12. And every time we do one, we'll do a shot as well. So it should be interesting. We've never done this live, so this might be our last show. We've got some super guests. So we've had to double up just because Jamie's so awesome. We've got Rudy and Liam joining us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, sirs.
Merry Christmas.
You're welcome.
Liam, you look spectacular.
Christmas jumper day.
It is Christmas jumper day. I've got my Christmas jumper on, my Christmas T-shirt.
That's it, your prison top.
My present top. I give gifts in this. We've got loads of guests lined up. Bear with us because I'm not sure how the timings will work. But if we're on track, we should be joined by a whole host of different people who have been on the show. It'll work. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
So we'll do the news as normal, and then we'll crack straight on with 10 shots, 10 bots.
And we have a very, very exclusive special guest, hopefully lined up later on tonight. And I'll need to get permission to share the video because it's not out yet, but we have an exclusive interview later on.
It's making me nervous because he hasn't told us what that is. Right.
It's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm going to be very disappointed now.
That'd be Megan Fox.
I talk some TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
Ooh, sober news.
I really want it to be Megan Fox now. Right. News. So we'll start with Hasbro Mainline news, and this was leaked and supposedly is a Diaclone repaint of the Siege Ironhide mold, or is it? No, sorry, the Earthrise Ironhide mold. Some people have cast out on it. Some people have pointed out paintwork and everything makes it look like it's just somebody's custom. I don't know. Discuss. Anybody be excited for this?
It's red and black, like the 1980s. I like that.
It was the 80s in a nutshell. Well done, Paul.
It's got that John Player special colour in it. A little bit of gold.
Yes.
I think the photo doesn't do it any justice. I think for Diaclone fans, it's probably quite a nice one. But it's obviously the personification of Michael Jackson's jacket in Robot.
Wasn't I wearing that last time I came on?
You were.
I think you were
Halloween,
it.
weren't you? Brilliant. So it all
It
ties
is
in
in
nicely.
fact, as I say, it is in fact the standard out the factory shot on the floor, half transformed,
Definitely
Yeah.
not stolen.
about to go in someone's pocket, looking a bit shocked.
So then we had Takara releasing some photos of the Select Legacy Black Zarak, Black Zarak figure. With some
Nine.
comparisons in size.
I'm just a simple Talia and Scorpion.
And there he is. And he looks nice next to the original one. And it's nice seeing an original one that's not in bits, so that's nice too.
Such a pretty toy.
And there's the
Interesting how
packaging.
we've all grown like that since the 80s.
We have.
Not all of us.
Oh. Sorry, Rudy.
It's all right. I'm
Anyway, it's
still the
looking
same
nice.
5'8" I was when I was like 14.
We've had more Blaster comparison photos done by someone, and I can't remember who it was now, but it was shared by Dame Chock, and these are the photos. And to be fair, they do look pretty darn good. Eject, ready to fall to pieces because of his translucent plastic.
Translucent plastic is fine. You just have to
Treat it right.
massage it a lot.
Have to leave it in the box.
I mean,
Watch
like people,
yourself, Rudy.
basically, people put their lovely-looking translucent toys on the shelf and don't touch them for a long time, and then when they go to touch them because they're excited about them, they
Boom.
break. But you have to keep moving them every once in a while. That's the key to translucent plastic.
Listen
Very much
to
like my
Swiss
kneecaps.
Rudy. Translucent plastic is like making love to a beautiful transformer. First, you have to massage it.
It sounds
up
like
the shelf.
physio, doesn't it? You've got to keep moving it, keep
Yeah,
keep
keep
Yeah.
it moving.
limber.
But it's looking good. Gold discs for those who are excited for those.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Although they're the Arc ones, aren't they? And he is
Yeah.
definitely significantly taller than Soundwave.
He
But
is.
it looks good. And then we had the Red series, the RED series of bots, the non-transforming figures, the Knockout and Ultra Magnus. If you consider it Ultra Magnus, some people will say, "Well, it's not really, is it?" But it is. It is in a robot, as we have seen before in print, and obviously inside the original toy. So, lots of people excited for Knockout. I wonder if we're going to get an actual.
Oh, is that Knockout? I
Knockout
thought that
figure,
was
yeah.
Terrace. I thought it was Terrace from Beast Wars.
No, I mean the name Knockout on the packaging is a big hint. Just
I just thought that was their opinion of him. He's a knockout.
I can't get
Where's
to
that
the
trombone?
trumpet.
Get that sad trombone off of that one. But a lot of people were, because he is a highly popular character from Transformers Prime, and I think we are supposedly seeing a new version of him coming out. I think in Legacy, or certainly somewhere down the line. And there's the Ultra Magnus. I wonder if Borders Dude is excited for that one in particular.
Of course, he is.
I would have thought so. If it's anything Magnus, I think he's pretty excited.
Mm.
A little bit of Star Wars stuff, Black Series. So this is the Book of Boba Fett version of the figure, isn't it? Is it Throne Room or something like that? It's called, Paul.
What, the Black
Like
Series?
the name of the kind of figure. Or I'm sure the listings I saw called it Throne Room Boba Fett.
Ah, right. Could be.
It is.
Paul is so
Thank you,
into this.
thank you, Lou.
People kept tagging me because it sounds like a toilet, and people keep tagging me in those now. So that's the thing.
I call him Skirty Fett because he's got a nice skirt now.
And then, of course, there's her whose name I can never remember. What's she called again, Rudy?
Fennec Shan.
Thank you, Fennec. That's it. Right.
She wasn't-
And then
That's what's
we
sticking
had
in
the Bumblebee buzzworthy release of Cliff Jumper and Cop. So Cop's in a different deco that some people are saying is more movie kind of accurate, cartoon accurate. And he's the one that most people have been, well, most people seem to have been more interested in. Have they changed the head sculpt much? The face sculpt, rather? I don't think so.
They paint the eyes.
Mm,
Obviously,
they
they
painted
paint
it
and
slightly
everything.
differently.
But what the fuck,
Oops.
Hasbro? Because you meant to have a studio series, and you got a buzzworthy series which imitates the studio series. It's like, well, the movie. It's like, what the fuck, Hasbro? What the?
Yeah,
I
because you
feel
get
like
the,
they're. Go on.
you get the backgrounds, don't you? I'm sure there's a photo which might be coming up of Cliff Jumper's one. There's a background to it.
I feel like it should have
like
been
you
the other way
said.
around. So that
Yeah.
should have been the studio series release,
Yeah.
and then whatever that one was before. I wish they'd given him a smiley face.
Well,
I'd much
we'll get
prefer
onto the
Cup with a
face a bit
smile.
more. We'll get onto the face a bit more because there is one last photo that I managed to find just before we went on air, so it will be last
Well,
in the queue.
They did try. They were going like a little to the left, a little bit more, and then someone just came and ran it all over. They didn't.
Yeah. Cliff Jumper with, is it slightly different shade of red, blue windows,
Got 1 minute left.
many different things.
I'm going to keep you on
let's-
track tonight.
Let's skim through then. There he is in comparison.
Power pose.
It
It's like toy versus tune. Toy tune.
It's basically the same thing. Slightly
Hands.
different remodded, or is it? No, it's just the paint, isn't it?
Yeah.
Visible hand syndrome. But that's what he thinks of that. And there's that last shot of Cop's face, which still looks like
Still
that
crap.
very old, haggard old man. And yes, Cop was old and everything, but he didn't look like that. necessarily.
If the figures actually, these figures gave you face swaps, would you use them? Like, would you would you just keep one face, or would you actually swap the faces out?
If it
I
was
don't
to
know
have
what
a
that means,
different
but
face to
yes.
that,
Yeah.
if it was
So
a
that-
different
so
face to
that's-
that,
I don't know
one,
what that means.
Probably. It
Well,
means like with
on-
third party where you get multiple faces that you can
Yes, I
swap
would.
Yeah.
over.
Ah, right. Yeah, then yes.
I shall translate the Alexis. Right, and then there was third party news, which we will get through really quick.
Cool.
Some train bots.
Really, do you want to do this one, or do you want me to take it?
I don't mind. I
Really?
can take it.
Go for it.
You
You
need,
take it.
you need to be
Only
quick
'cause I'm
because
a huge robotic train and just Japanese trains in general fan, but I think it looks ridiculous. Moon Studios, and obviously there's the debate who Moon Studios actually is. Answers on a postcard, a self-addressed envelope to wherever. But yeah, they look super cool. Seeing them combined.
yeah, it's looking quite nice so far.
Just
isn't
looks
it?
really neat and tidy, but
Clean.
yeah, super clean.
And then
To be honest,
Fine.
to be honest, we haven't seen it from the back actually yet. That's one thing we haven't seen is actually the back of that bot. I'm not. I
Who
don't
looks
doubt
at the
it's
back
not
of their
clean.
robots though?
exactly.
I do all the time. Yeah.
He has his
Wait,
all
well,
facing
that's
backwards.
a
There's
Yeah.
always
Disturbing.
one.
That's
It's
it's
like
like
the-
a waste of your time.
Revelations.
It's like the end
Wow.
of Blair Witch. All his Transformers just face the wall.
It's like a
I-
bin falls over.
I
That's only
think
when he's
my
getting out the Kleenex.
I
and
think
the,
my Kleenex subscription says different, Rudy. It's not a waste of time.
Anyway, which prime is this?
God knows.
Magic Square
Okay, so
Magic Square.
version 2,
Magic 2.0, yeah.
and he looks delicious.
It looks better than the New Age, I think.
Yeah, he looks better than Magic Square version 1, which was an amazing Optimus
He actually
Prime.
has similarities to the Magic Square. The MP version of Magic Square had those little lights at the bottom in the heels, which is the new version. He looks quite similar
It
to
looks a
that.
bit like Transform Elements, but tiny.
Looks a bit.
Comes
I'm
with
always
a
getting
little,
this.
trailer
That's
and
a-
everything. Roller.
That's a lovely little homage, isn't it?
Mhm.
It
vehicle
does look good.
nodes.
Look, it's like evolution in what 2 years? Magic Square.
Mm.
He's like, there's Mr. Halo. Hello.
There's
And
roller.
that's is it ironically next to Iron Factory Beachcomber, which looks like the Lego Beachcomber used to
It
get.
does. Halo Man
Yes.
again.
Halo. Hello.
And of course, the most important
wow.
news of the day is our 100th episode tonight. It's
This is possibly the greatest thing I've ever
it's
seen.
me and Alexis just look deviant. Paul just looks like he's done something really, really bad.
Yeah, but look at the
Jamie
hair.
looks like
on
he's
the
just
next
found
one.
out.
That's like the
Yeah.
perfect photoshopping. on
And
the
and
next
and Jamie looks like he's
Thank you
receiving
very
that.
much to thank you very much, Arrowfire, to Ian for that lovely, lovely picture there. And that was the news. Let's move on. Let's get drunk.
Awesome. Right. So now I don't have an intro for it. It's now time for 10 shots, 10 bots. So we've got various guests coming on. They're going to join us. Each of us is going to choose a robot to talk about, a random robot. It could be from anything. I'll kick off the festivities, but the crucial bit is that we'll do a shot before we talk about the robot. So
Will
it should be
we?
interesting by the end. Will we? Some of us will, some of us might not. So are you ready? So tonight you can introduce your drink as it comes to your turn. I am on Mist, which my wife won in a Facebook competition. So she's a teacher, so she gets lots of time off work over summer. She'll kill me for saying
Shout out
that.
to our teachers out there.
And she
dear,
enters
let's not
competitions
start
on
this again,
Facebook.
Paul.
She enters competitions on Facebook, and she won this. So that's why I got it. It's tequila.
Hang on.
Salted
Does she know you
caramel.
got it? Does she even know you've nicked it?
Yeah. She said, "Don't drink it all." All right. Wrong, Paul. I'll go first. So, gents, shots. Number one, Paul. Your shots.
Are we going to introduce ourselves or our shots or drinks?
Introduce us. No, well,
Just when it comes to your
we do
turn.
it just when it comes to our turn.
Okay.
Mist
Right.
does sound like a perfume. Mist. Right.
Um,
Cheers. 3,
Cheers.
2, 1.
Hang on, I've got to open mine. Give me a second.
To be fair, as it's called Mist, who would know if it wasn't even there when she opened the bottle?
Bottle of mist. Right,
Right.
what's this one?
Let's go.
Ooh. Hang on.
Okay.
Yes, you're allowed to play at home, RJ.
If your mum says yes.
Responsibly. Yeah, and if your mum says yes.
Right,
not
cool.
bad.
So my Transformer, I thought I would go for randomly, is an oversized, I think it's Jim Bao or Wei Jing, but it's the Warbatron.
Jim Bao.
Jim Bao, is it? Blast Off. The reason I chose this, he's one of my oldest Transformers. He's been in my collection for a fair few years now. But he kind of got me a bit into... He was the first one that took my third-party virginity. He took me away from Hasbro. I've been collecting Hasbro all my life. And this bad boy, you get the whole set for £89 from China. So I ordered it, turned up. The box is huge. It's like the size of a Titan class box. Absolutely massive. I was mega excited for it. And the quality on it is really, really good. I could quickly try and transform it, but I won't. He is a bit complicated. I'll transform as it goes.
That's the gong. He's off.
That is. It's a little bit part forming. The wings are a bit flappy, as wings should be. They kind of come out like that. It's got some nice little guns. One's fallen off. Oh, the wing comes off as well. It's meant to do that. That's not an error.
I can sense a shoulder injury is imminent.
Oh,
This is like we
oh my
said,
god, this is going to be that
you go,
Warpath figure, is it?
It'll
again?
probably be fixed
Yeah.
in the retail version.
So if
Say,
you haven't,
if ever viewers want to get a cup of tea now, probably go for a decaf or something because you're going to be getting a lot of cups of tea.
no, this is going to be really quick. So his arms fold in like that. Then he's got these flaps.
What was the name of the third-party Warpath you broke when you were reviewing it?
Oh,
Gundog.
Bad Cube.
Bad
War
Cube,
Dog.
that was it.
Back you, Gundog.
Was it Gundog or War Dog?
War Dog. No, you
All of them.
focus on what you're doing. You focus.
We've managed
You
to
focus.
stick, we managed
War
to stick
Dog.
the Transformers the Show banner right over Liam.
I just
Just
told my
scooch
War Dog,
down
actually.
Liam and you'll still be on
Oh,
camera.
sorry,
I just
Liam.
do shadow puppets underneath, like do 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 do.
This goes up here. He's got these
Here's some
lovely
hand
flaps
puppetry.
that come down. It's these
I have
tangents.
become Transformers.
I think, did he slide in? Can't remember these. Oh, yeah, they slide. It's a slider.
It's turning into the car from Street Fighter. It just sets parts of
Streets
all
of
that
Rage,
right
then.
there.
Streets
That's
of,
what I
oh, I
always
love
do.
Streets of Rage.
His legs go up or something. This comes down. Ah, look, we're here. We're there. It's just missing that
Hold it from a
chunk
certain
there.
angle no one will ever see.
There we go. So, Blast Off, Warbatron, oversized Jim Bao, third
It's got his feet
party.
sticking
His feet
It's
go
like-
down or something. There we go. Look, it's done. That's good enough, isn't it?
It's close enough.
Thoroughly recommended. You get all the guys with him. So, you get,
Very durable.
yes, they are really strong, super sized.
Nice.
Loads of accessories. There's Brawl, Water Brawl. The only thing is his arms aren't great, but his tank mode is sublime. I can't reach the last guy, but yeah, it's an amazing Transformer for an amazing price. And if you're thinking about getting to third party, especially masterpiece size, he's one. But that is my Transformer for my first shot, and my first bot is Blast Off.
Hang
So-
on, you're not the new 05. I feel robbed. I'm like,
I
Find the
shots.
combination.
I'm just too tired. Right, how long are we doing for time? Perfect timing. Who would like to go next? On my list, it's you,
That's
Andy.
Yeah.
That's what I
I'll
want
go
to
next.
follow.
Yeah. Well, mine be nice and quick because I went for something that's really. Oh, we have to do a drink first, don't we?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I feel like it's like pickups, and I completely forgot. So
So,
I'm
shot
drinking the
number
glories
two.
of Tesco vodka because that's what we had in, and I didn't have time to go shopping for anything.
Oh, you are doing shots.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I'm
not a
doing,
blend,
I'm doing-
although
I'm-
I wish I had
I'm
just
doing
brought
cans.
because that would be
I'm
more
doing ca-
sensible.
I'm doing
I've done
cans.
cans. I've done cans, and that's not really worked out as much as I'd hoped. But now it's shots, and hopefully that will work out. So,
I've got to drink this stupid Christmas
your health,
thing. I've
salute,
got.
Merry Christmas,
Cheers. Shot number
Happy
two.
Hanukkah, and everything else.
Double shot of espresso.
Oh, I'd rather have the vodka, I think, but that's just me.
Is it a special martini, Rudy? The thinking man's vodka Red Bull.
Wash it down.
No, but my
Right.
other drink is Morgan Spice.
Right.
He has got drink. Yes. Not that it would matter if he didn't, Alexis. Ready?
No, we're not
Yeah,
drinking
I'm ready
this
for you.
Get me on that screen, bitch. Right. So I'm going for
What
going
vodka
for
for him,
something.
please?
I
2 shots in.
when I chose this, I thought I might be further down the road, further down the line. So I thought, God, if I'm really like 6 or 7 shots deep, I don't want to pick anything that I'm going to find difficult. But I have picked something that means something to me. My online name in Twitter and in the forums and everything, Transformers forums, is
It's
Crankcase
Randy, yeah.
79. So I've
Vote in the
done
company.
Crankcase. There we are.
Crankcase 79.
I didn't even hear what you said, Alexis, but I'm sure it was
Pleasant.
genius. So here he is, Crankcase. And this is my original Crankcase. You can tell by his incredibly faded and worn stickers. This is the one I've had since I was little. I chose in a shop, Woolworths. It will have been Woolworths. I guarantee it was Woolworths. And it still has the working cannons, which a lot of them don't have. And it's lovely. But I mean, I still think that's a bit useless. I mean, he's got to shoot up at a slight angle. But there he is. And I'll transform. Let's just take a moment. Slide his legs down, spin that round, pop his arms up, grab his head. That comes up too. And he's transformed. There you go. And he looks lovely. And he's not too bad. His face isn't too scuffed up, considering how well played with he was. Again, stickers are all completely faded. I could toy hacks him up, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't want to. I kind of like him like this. And again, oh yeah,
It still works.
that's what I'm talking about, baby. And yeah, I love Crankcase, and hence why I named myself after him. Even though he's not my favorite Transformer, I just love the name, and I loved like the whole attitude of him being a grumpy little so and so. And I've had it since the childhood. And I was going to do him with Ruckus, because I do have Ruckus, who also. Oh,
If you do two, you got to do two
no,
shots.
I think I've just broken it. I actually think
got
I've
the free-
broken it.
you got-
I tried
got the
it
free
before
shot,
the
then.
show and it worked. And I've just tried it now and it's broken. Oh, Ruckus, no. Oh, poo. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, that's why, because they're already up. For fuck's sake. Right.
Is
No.
this what happens
There you go, so they do
when,
pop up.
when you're down
There
there?
you go.
It's not working. It's already up.
No.
No.
The four kids are a big hint
Absolutely
about
not.
that one, Alexis. But yeah, I love Crankcase. He's great. G1, got to have a bit of G1 in there from time to time. And I do also love Ruckus. And that was a nickname I gave to an old car of mine because it was, like him, a falling apart piece of shit. So there you go. So those are my bots. Are we on time?
I've given you half an hour for this
Way
slot, so if you
ahead
just do
of
the next
time.
22 minutes,
Way ahead of time. So
just
talk
vamp about
amongst
something.
yourselves. We can
Who's
fly
next?
through now.
Liam,
Hello.
sir,
Come on, Liam.
do you
Oh,
feel
we'll
up for
do a
doing a
shot.
shot?
Yeah, man.
Cool. Right.
Just spoilers. I've been in the pub since 3 o'clock, so I came home ready to. But yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
So this shot glass is you can't see mine. Sorry, I'm not jumping in. But
Just
we
about.
stole that in Oxford when me, Alexis, Jamie, and our
no, we
wives went out.
No, we didn't. We didn't steal them. We paid for drinks.
Pay for drinks,
doesn't
and
mean
then
it's
our
the
wives
glasses.
piled their bags full of glasses.
Shut up. Hey, watch this.
Are we
Right,
ready then?
Ready.
Oh,
Three,
yeah.
2, 1. Oh,
I'm so glad I'm not going to have to do another bot later.
oh, mine's got a bit of a back taste of feet.
Feet.
What were you drinking again?
Tequila. It doesn't make me happy.
So my toy is. You guys said party like it's 1987, so I chose the best toy from 1987,
Oh my God.
which is
Oh,
Point
there it
Blank.
is.
Which
Oh.
is. I remember getting this as a kid. Do you remember Littlewoods when they used to have shops?
Yeah.
So it's one of those toys I really remember getting and then repurposing it as Hot Rod. But it's one of the best. It's like the second best Autobot car that is done, but it doesn't get enough love. It's like genuinely amazing. But
Who's the first? If he's the second, you said Hot Rod's first, or
no, Blue Streak. Blue Streak. The Datsun mold is the
Ooh.
best. It's like it's the most like quintessential Transformers toy, isn't it? But this guy, it just. God, now I have to remember how to transform him, don't I? But something like that. That goes right. Yeah, it's just like, man, they're so simple. You don't need all the bells and whistles. You know what I mean? Like everything just.
Isn't
works.
there a really good third-party version of that?
Yeah, make
There
a
is.
contact shot.
Contact
there is.
fantastic.
He's a little bit too far away though.
You don't have to go and get it right now, Alexis. That's
Sure,
fine.
you sure.
But like,
You could do
And,
it for your bot.
Liam,
But,
it's quite good because obviously that was the best movie from 1987 as well, which was Point Blank or Point Break actually, which is close.
are we all about our little mask and like sort of go off start shooting?
Oh dear. Get the
But it comes with a
trombone ready.
pinpointer who is not Patrick Swayze, but you know.
Yes.
It's
When I
like,
play when I play D&D, I said, "Do you want to be a warlock?" I went, "Yeah." Can I get the ghost of Patrick Swayze? Can I be worship? Can I worship him?
he's just hanging around with Casper and friends.
I thought I could with a clay mold, I could make mudmen out of him, and you could roadhouse people.
We need the Target Masters redone by Hasbro.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, we had the Decepticon ones, and I think they were pretty successful.
They're really good, but do you remember the UK Transformers the movie poster? So there's those cars at the bottom that don't resemble any character.
Yeah.
So I was
him.
convinced when I first got this for years it was this guy, but in blue.
Ah.
But yeah,
That age-old question: who is that behind?
Who is
Hot
that
Rod?
bot?
Who is it?
who did that guy just make up? You know,
You know what we need to do? We need to track down the artist who made that poster, and then send RJ after him.
Oh, it does sound like too much effort, though.
Yeah.
Should we just
Oh no!
drink
All you got to do is give RJ a name. That's all it needs.
and he did say to have a backup
dear.
toy in case someone else did it, but I bought it just in case I was that drunk I couldn't do anything. So I bought Action Master Bumblebee.
Yay! Action Masters.
Nice.
That's a great call. We should have done
We'll
one
be
of
seeing
those.
him again later.
Safety option.
Oh dear.
I actually had him as a kid, and I lost him in a house move, and I've said this before on the show. He was one of my favourite Transformers because I used to pretend that he was Hot Rod because I never had Hot Rod as a kid.
So
And he
you
kind
did
of
as
looked a
well?
bit like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that your original one you owned as a kid, or have you got a new one?
No. I got this. I think either this year or last year. Like the one I had as a kid is long gone. That would have been smashed up all over the place. But what's weird is I had like multiple Hot Rods like over the years, so I don't know why I repurposed it as Hot Rod, but it just felt like a better version of it. Which Hot Rod's
Yeah.
a great toy in itself, but
But I actually felt the transformation is quite simple. How its legs just flip up and turn into half the car, but how his arms are really there's loads of articulation, isn't he?
yeah, it's
from
all
what I
spring
remember.
loaded as well. There's like springs in it, twists, and this is what people forget. Like when they talk about G1 toys and they go, they're all bricks, and you're like, man, pick up like a Datsun or a Jazz or something. Like their arms are all over the place. Or like wacky inflatable tube guy all over there. It's just Takara obviously hated knees and legs. That's what they hated for years. It's just the arms; they're all moving. They're all fine. Legs.
Right, I think we're doing okay for time, so we'll get a quick picture of Chris Packham up. There we go. that's done.
Oh, I love Chris.
Chris is great, isn't he? I don't think every time I do that, it knocks off the branding. So next is Rudy. Rudy, do you want to take us on a magical mystery journey?
Sure. So I have some dark
Shot.
rum spiced, but the darker version.
I keep forgetting about the shots. Fuck. What shot is
I've
this?
also
One-
just
Oh,
had
is that your
that,
excuse?
That huge double shot of
You've just realised tequila
caffeine.
tastes like feet.
yeah. Cheers. 10 shots, 10 bots.
Charles.
The next 100 episode.
Cheers.
Ooh, lady boy.
Lady
Boys.
Oh, it's horrible.
So, my random choice is the greatest combiner of them all that was never in G1. So we have got Glacial Lord from Fans Project. So this is a third-party combiner done in the retro style, all prehistoric beasts that work just like Scramble City. So you've got like a saber-toothed tiger, reindeer.
Oh,
Oh no!
I thought it might be me then. It's not, it's Rudy.
I was just about to start
Oh,
staring
Santa's
at
come to claim the
laptop.
reindeer back.
No!
I was like, oh no,
Rudy,
my
we lost
internet. My internet. I'll just
I really wanted
pretend.
to
Shall I
hear about
pretend to be
that as well.
Rudy?
If anyone knows where Rudy lives, if they could ask him to reset his router manually,
It's pop round his house and knock.
pop round. Just,
If you can
Knock on the
hear us,
door.
Rudy,
so.
reset
Oh.
the router.
We've actually got a guest in the green room who might be able to save us.
Historic
So
reindeer.
No, he's back.
Oh.
He's back. No,
Reindeer's back.
He's
Reindeer.
gone again.
come on, Rudy, you can do it.
Okay, I'm back. So literally,
Yes.
why does it happen on my go? Like
I
I
know,
only
it's
come on
fine
the
the
show
whole
every
time.
once in a while. But
To be
yeah,
honest, I think Brad had a harder time with Condor.
Oh god, yeah.
yeah.
That was quite
But
funny
yeah,
that time.
It works just like a G1 combiner, and the beauty of it, so the feet attached to the backs of these, all of the parts are inside the main body, which is
No.
He's gone again.
And tune
Oh,
in next week to see the
no.
rest of that review from Rudy.
Yeah, it's a
We'd like to
teaser.
apologise for
Oh,
technical difficulties.
it's been absolutely fine the whole time, and it
I
comes
thought
to
it was
doing
mine.
his
I
review.
thought
and
it
we've
was
lost it.
mine's. I thought it was mine's. That.
We all thought it was our own internet, I think.
There we go.
How are we doing for time?
Oh no! Right, well,
do you wanna-
it's
Rudy,
half
do you want to try and?
No, I want to go. I want to go.
Oh,
Oh, don't go!
Oh,
Don't go!
Rudy.
Please don't go!
we still want you to
Oh.
go.
You'll miss the special guest. You're the special guest.
He is a special guest.
Oh yeah.
You'll miss the other special guest.
Well, he's the he's not. He's too close now to be special guest.
Can't tell if he's
Is it-
frozen
I
or
think
just
he's
very still.
frozen.
Is he just really, really angry at me
Just
now?
weird
He's going,
with the same
Rudy,
still.
don't look at me like that. No, Rudy, no, don't give me a bedroom eyes.
He's become his own avatar. That's what it is. Really.
Oh,
Right.
We'll have Rudy back in a minute.
Okay. Alexis, do you want to go next then?
Yeah,
Until we
fuck it, why
get
not?
Rudy sorted.
All right.
Do you say fucking there?
He said,
What?
"Fuck it, why not?" And then he got up and walked off. Because
To
preparation
choose.
is key.
Oh, why not? Because we're gonna start high and then we'll see how drunk I get. So I'm gonna go with Snapdragon.
No, no. So what? So
All right, Rudy.
It's the
calm
ghost of
down.
Rudy.
Jesus
The
Christ.
ghost of Rudy haunted
Right,
now.
so
Turn into a
this is
heckler. That's what it is.
KFC Snapdragon. He's really cool. Little cool thing about him, you can actually if you can undo this, I think actually the cockpit.
Is that the new?
when you
No, there's a newer version, isn't there? That's not that one.
not
though,
out,
is it?
not out yet. No.
Nah,
When you so,
that's it.
so you got Crunk in here. When you shut this, it
Crunk in
shuts
the
the
We haven't done the shot.
Oh,
it does
sure.
oh yeah. You do shot on this. It does the light. Oh, the battery's run out. It does the lights. The idea is it flicks
Oh,
the actual
yeah.
switch and turns the lights on this little panel here, which is really quite cool. So I'm going to do that. What I'm going to do is transform into whatever mode's easiest. Whichever mode I come up with first, whichever one I work out first.
Oh, you're
that'll be
actually
the
going
mode
to
I transform into.
transform.
Oh yeah,
It's easy to transform.
It's pretty simple. I mean, just
Under 3 minutes.
You look. Timing.
Has he
People
got
saying,
lights?
can you transform Unicron
Yeah,
on shot number
Unicron.
10?
Oh, Unicron. You should have done Unicron.
Yeah.
Again, we should have made the whole show.
This is where you need the
Yeah.
countdown theme.
Yeah.
Hey, I can do MP10 in under. I can do MP10.
Right, has everyone got
in
their
under a
shot?
minute.
Alexis, you haven't done shot.
No, I'm not doing shots.
Oh, of all the times for you to stop drinking. All right, 3, 2, 1. Shot number 6.
Don't make me laugh.
I'm not ready. Obviously, I've been.
Feet.
Fate.
Right. Spudger! I need Spudger.
This is fascinating television.
This comes up here. This comes up here. It's working. Well, actually, this is just figuring this out. This is actually quite old school KFC, so it's not as bad as you think. Like
Completely cut off.
no, they're eight.
Sorry, Rudy.
Aldo's right. You should have just transformed Crunk.
Ah! Getting caught by watch. Stupid thing. Stupid thing. I can feel the pressure. I'm getting hot.
It's going well.
Yeah, got it. Right, that twist rounds.
I need a spudger.
This twist round here. Switches are cool.
I'd laugh if someone
And then-
did, like Dave or Rohan did in their shot there, and but was Unicron.
Oh, that would be
Right,
awesome.
and then, come on, split.
Finish
split
the
apart.
shots. Finish the shot.
Get your-
Show
Dark
sometimes
Main.
tomorrow.
It's when they come in with a Masterpiece Megatron and you're there for like 3 hours.
Get your
God,
saucy
no.
legs open. Get your saucy legs open. Come on. Open your
Does
damn
it turn
legs.
into a sex thing again?
He's
It
not
hasn't.
actually talking to the boss. He's talking to you, Paul.
Right. And then
I
this.
was licking it last week, so
The
we.
little vent,
no,
little vent needs to
Right,
fold in
shout over.
first. And don't break it. Folds out, folds round. That cuts round there. Vent folds in.
You don't have to describe it. If anyone actually comes
Yeah.
to this video
You can just
to watch
transform
to
it. We can just
learn
talk amongst
how
ourselves.
to transform, rather than going to like Go, oh, I'll find that 10 bots, 10 shots to
I'll
learn
go
how
watch
to transform
Alexis
it.
do it.
Yeah.
I'd watch
Folds
Alexis
out.
reviews. Like, this is event, definitely event.
And then
Oh my god.
feet fold down. We are practicing. We are nearly there, peoples. And then spin this waist around. That will fall. This is a choice. You can follow us round if you want.
You do have saucy legs, Brad.
And then
Ah,
his hands will be inside here. You spin the thrusters
we all are.
around.
We all are.
Oh, sorry.
Ah.
We need that.
Do we need to do another shot yet?
I'm sure the last time we discussed 10 shots, we all said, and let's all just pick really simple to transform ones. Keep it easy.
Right, one hand.
Oh,
He's
dear.
got big old arms. This thing has. Oh yeah, you've got to lock the arms in as well. There's a little latch at the top, which you lock the arms in. Open both sides of the thrusters. This is the final part of the transformation. You can't see now because I'm off camera. I haven't got a second one. I've got Jamie.
Rudy has left the building.
There he is, and I'll just do crunk one-handed.
Mike,
why not?
I'm sat right next to my router.
He's next to the Ruto, is he?
Oh God, don't start him on the
Just
router, please.
transform
Don't
your
start him
damn
on the router.
toy.
There you go.
I was
All
only
done.
coming on as a favour.
See, that's not so bad. His legs aren't quite in properly because you've got to just
I do.
push
You
his legs
do
up a
watch
little.
BBC. You know you do.
There you go. There you go. So there you go.
Lovely
That's MP. That's
Well
MP Snapdragon transformed. Nice painted
Don't need
eyes.
your microphone. Don't need your microphone.
Similar
Push it
to
away.
the other mold, but I thought that's quite good. He's a big boy. He sounds quite tall. I haven't got anything to compare him to.
You don't have to. You just have to transform it.
No.
That's all you've done now.
Did you notice no one else compared it?
Yeah, you know, it's not like a full review. Oh dear.
Gimp
Right,
Gobstopper.
Should we
I'm not
move
going
on?
to get anything else out.
Well, well
Yeah.
done. As Stuart said,
Fun.
under pressure as
At
well.
least you did manage to
Great
transform it, and
performance.
That is impressive.
At least we've got people.
How does he look in jet mode? RJ, don't start him off.
His jet mode's really cool. I've had him in jet mode for like a year now. So I had him as a child. He's one of my favorite ones that I had as a child because I used to like make him into like I don't know different ones. Like everyone used to make him into Godzilla and all sorts of things. And I did this weird beast mode where you
got
could
to
put
see
his legs and arms out, four limbs, and then like it had his little Snapdragon limbs out. So like his like dinosaur legs and his robot legs could fold round to make it like a four-legged creature. And his other limbs came out to make like a weird like dinosaur thing. Someone else must have done that as well.
I used to play my 8 Phase, used to put him into weird different modes and stuff. I always wanted Snapdragon though. Like to stare at that the bloody catalogue. I loved 8 Phase, G1 8 Phase, not CJ Phase. G1 8 Phase loads. It was one of my favourite. But yeah, always wanted Snapdragon. Always been wish.
The Earthrise one. The Earthrise Snapdragon's really good. It's better than 8-Face.
Just reminds me of 8 Phase though.
You truly are scarred by that.
I know, it's really broken me.
He's our next ball.
Right. Rudy. Have we got Rudy back?
We have got. Oh, no. He's winning a
Rudy.
frozen person competition.
When you come back,
CJ
He'll be
face.
back.
So
Yeah.
The thought of CJ Faces sent him in.
Should we see how Jamie's getting on? Just quickly check in with him. So I think he's still opening up
let's
his
hear what he
CJ. God, Jamie's so brand loyal.
I just want to point
Isn't
out
he?
I know how that video ends. I'm sure I've seen that before. Oh, go on then. Who's next?
Oh, have we got Rudy back in the stream?
Please, somebody come and rescue me. Who wants to come on the show?
Oh,
he's got
no!
Be rescued.
Everyone do a Rudy face.
Oh, there's like 3 Rudies as well now.
Oh,
Almost. Cool. Right. So we'll go to, if that's all right, we'll go to Rohan. So I'm going to say introducing the next guest. We all know him. Friend of the show, an absolute legend who every week puts in so much effort into one of my favourite segments. Rohan, join the stream. Hello, sir. Rohan! Oh,
Rohan.
Live on the
Rohan.
show.
Hello, how are we all?
Oh, your voice is so
Yeah.
sexy. Yeah, really good, thank you. Oh, the shot's getting to me already. Very well.
Yeah, the shots.
No, yeah.
Loving the show 100.
Can't believe it. And when did you join the show?
Nobody can.
Did I join the show?
My wife says it a different way. She's like,
I think I
show
joined
100.
episode
I can't.
36 was my first episode.
36. Oh, cool. So you've been here 64 episodes. God,
That's some
that's a
quick man
shift and a
maths.
half. I bet you're one. Yeah.
Put the teachers to shame there.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you for having me.
What's going on with your internets? Was that my internet that time?
I didn't notice anything going on.
Is there a
It's
storm?
because everyone in the world is
Am I
tuning in
back
to
on?
watch
Yeah.
us.
What the hell is going on?
Rudy's back.
Killing YouTube.
We're breaking the internet, people. I knew it would happen eventually.
Bigger than the Spider-Man trailer.
Right,
Uh,
sir. So we have to start with a
Spider
shot.
who?
Starting with the shot. So I don't drink alcohol, so I brought root beer, which is
Nice.
nobody has ever had root beer before. It tastes like mouthwash, but it's beautiful all the same.
Beautiful mouthwash.
So bottoms up, chaps.
Salute.
Salute.
Oh, quick! Sorry, I forgot to say. Can I just quickly say that I'm not actually drinking shots. I'm drinking my Christmas
Oh, shut up, Alexis.
cracker. So I'm now drinking Quaff Lisa.
Oh,
And,
Jesus Christ.
and the
Not
last
onto
time
this
I
again.
had a wild beer Pilsner. So when
I'm just taking him off the stream. Go on. Sorry, you were going.
100 episodes and finally.
He's gone.
I'll
Right,
read it out
I-
to you later, guys.
Oh,
Don't
good.
worry about it.
He's back.
Feel free not to.
So I looked really long and hard to try and find a Transformer because, as you all know, I don't collect Transformers. I only collect the best things in the world.
You're lucky
Oh,
you got
oh,
kicked out.
Pokemon.
Obviously, I have a few bits and pieces here to choose from. My son very kindly lent me his. No, hang on, that's wrong. I
Classic
rummaged.
Rohan.
I rummaged around upstairs and I managed to find one of the most complicated bots I could find for transformation. Rudy should be happy if he can actually see us. It's a miniature version of his Buggyman.
Oh,
And
Is that a
he,
GoBot?
he is a GoBot. He transformed really quickly,
Kick him,
like
kick him.
that.
Kick it.
That's it. He's transformed. Okay, that's done. Okay, realistically, seriously, I did bring a transformer on, and it's a transformer who doesn't get a lot of love, in my opinion. Actually, it's 3-in-1, so it's kind of cheating. But the unofficial combiner, that is Reflector. Generation 1 version, which was obviously a mail away figure and hard to get. I think I came by this in the 90s as a gift set on eBay. Very, very simple transformation. You literally pull them apart, pull down the legs, and stick out the arms, and there you go. And mine comes complete with dust and floppy leg syndrome. So
As all G1 should.
as they all should. And each one has its own unique color scheme as well as accessory. So the flash on this guy, I can't remember the names, so apologies.
Viewfinder, Spectro, and
Spyglass.
There you go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
I knew the lads would know.
I know my camera robo.
Strike a pose.
Can't actually remember how the top bit comes off on this guy. No, I don't want to break it.
Oh, pressure's on. Don't break it.
Yeah, I'll try. There we go. So you just slide out the shoulders because the top bit's connected to him. It's a bit tight. Oh.
Is he like a tiger?
There we go. And these guys didn't actually get much screen time in the show. They disappeared after season 1, basically. I think there were a few shots of them in season 2, season 3, not season 3, season 2. But I think they deserve a little bit of love. Like Liam said earlier, very, very simple transformation, as Hasbro's always done, but fun.
Incredible
Very
toys.
good.
Spectacular
Iro-
underrated toys. And they're in the
Ironic as
movie.
well. They are ironic as well because like their camera is probably one of the one molds which actually is still here in the modern day because again the classic cameras are still around and extremely valuable.
Indeed.
There we go.
Collector's market.
There it is Care Bear mode.
He can't give you a hug, though.
so how much is he to buy nowadays?
The Generation 1 version, there have been KOs made of him. I think you could probably pick up a KO for, what, 50, 60 quid, chaps?
I think I got one. I think I got a KO. I'm pretty sure I bought a KO. If I didn't, I paid a lot more money for it.
All right.
I got in the white box, right? You get one. It came in the white box, didn't it? Like was it the KO or even the mail order one came in the white box, right?
Even the Melloway one did. I think we had like Japanese writing on it or something.
I've got one of those. I have no idea if it's real or fake, but it's there. It's cool. I like it. It fills my heart. So good enough.
I remember when I used to feel your heart.
Now it just fills other places.
Christ.
Awesome.
Oh, dear.
Thank you so much,
What-
Rohan, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
I
Rohan.
can see some more guests already in
Good.
the studio, the
depart.
green room. But should we go back to Captain Rudy? Do you want to try again with
No.
your dial up?
Literally not. It's like as soon as like I missed all
Making
of
my
Rohan
internet
pretty
look good.
much. Every time I go to do something, it wrong. And I have no idea why. I'm literally my router's like there.
Have you reset it?
Yeah.
Great.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Well, I shall depart. Have a great episode,
Thank you
chaps.
so much. Cheers, Rohan.
Cheers,
Rohan.
Oh,
Right.
he's a legend.
Who's next? So after Rohan, it's the absolute sex hair that he is, Ian. So Ian, rock up and welcome to the show, sir. Thank
Hello,
you so much for
everyone.
coming on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Oh no. So Ian, you're better known as Arrowfire.
To my friends, yes.
I remember one day you said, "Can you stop calling?" We were playing Fortnite or something. You're like, "Can you stop calling me Arrowfire? Can you just call me
I'll just
Ian?"
say we don't need to go with formalities. You can refer to me as Ian. It's not illegal. But
Okay.
Well, we went from Arrowfire to not Andy.
Andy's wasn't it Andy? No, it was Alexis's replacement when I did the third-party news a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh,
That was a good episode.
Andy 2.0.
Shots.
And,
Speaking of shots, of course, got my my
shots.
dram whiskey in my clan's own.
very
You
small.
can't see the crest, but
Didn't know you were from Wales.
I'm
can't
not
see the
from
shot.
Wales.
It's a very small shot there, so it's like
It is a
not even
bit
half a
smaller
bar.
on the shot. Well,
Do you wanna-
there's a bit of a
what do you
story
think
to
about
it.
No, of course
but,
it works
I
for
can always
Ian.
go back for another one.
works for you. Listen to Rudy.
I'm sorry, I what Rudy's saying.
He's just really
Everyone
angry.
Everyone do a Rudy face.
Rudy's gonna be really, really peeved when RJ's internet works better.
And he's got. I didn't
mean,
think
RJ's
anyone would have
internet's
worse
built on
internet.
Metro.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone would have worse internet than RJ, but lo and behold, here we
Oh
are.
no, lo and behold, it's me.
Still using
Yay.
Netscape? Is that what's going on here? It's like, AOL.
AOL. Right, cool. So, Ian, take us away and lead us to a shot. Have you been drinking the whole time? Have you been drinking shots with us?
I've been drinking
Yeah, he's
beer.
blind drunk. Look at him.
I'm look at me. I couldn't look this
Off
good
his
sober.
face.
He's wrecked.
Thank you very much for the picture,
so-
Ian. The lovely picture, by the way.
Oh, the Queen one.
Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was the best one, but yes, but it was okay. Yeah, I thought
At
you
least
looked good with
really-
a very luscious head of hair, Andy.
I found it really interesting how
preferred
you just used your own hair pictures and put
I-
them on.
It's just me. I photoshopped you guys on my
More of your
face.
styles.
Right,
It's
I think this
a
is
very
shot number
digital
7.
Hair transpire. This
seven?
is my
Are we on
whiskey
seven?
for me. This is my yeah, is it number 7?
Zilla.
No, it's not seven.
Zilla.
All right, chin chin.
Anyway, whatever.
Jim Jim.
I'm running out.
Okay,
I am enjoying this.
my bot I want to choose now. As you guys know, I am generally a masterpiece collector and a third-party collector at that. So I wanted to do something a wee bit different because I talk about MP all the time and how it's the best thing in the world. But I thought, what have I got that I want to kind of tout that I've still got in my collection? I thought I'll go back to Combiner Wars or the Titans Return era with Trigger Happy, who's one of my favorites, and he's one of the few from that trilogy that still is in my collection. And I've just always really enjoyed this bot and Trigger Happy in general. I never got the toy back in the old days, and I am crying out for there to be an MP one. So anyone can make one. I know Alexis has said to me before that someone will do customs, but then they take like Fans Toys figures and literally break them to pieces to make like Slugslinger, which is great, but fucking expensive. So yeah, no, I just think this is a really good bot. And Trigger Happy was probably one of my favorite characters from the Rebirth. I don't know why, I just love that kind of gun-ho-ness. Like he would literally just run in and just shoot everybody. I've got Little Blowpipe as well, which I purposely went out my way. I didn't normally care for these, but got the two of them together. And I think that's the mold of this as well. It's a really unique mold because I didn't have Slugslinger or Misfire. But I don't think this mold's been reused, which is a rarity nowadays. Stop me if I'm rambling or if I'm talking utter
I
nonsense.
think you're right.
But yeah, I just really enjoyed this. And I think we're all getting to a bit of a stage where we're recycling our collections with War for Cybertron, going in from Titan's Return and all of that, and going into Legacy. And I think it's quite telling if we don't recycle our figures. I think it's just like, no, I'm quite happy with that. Like the Titans Return Blur, everyone says how good it is to the point like, I don't really want the Studio Series 86 one. I'm quite happy with the previous incarnation. It says a lot that Hasbro are probably onto a winner. I am transforming this, but very badly.
Standard.
Talk amongst yourselves.
You've done this before. Then.
So I've got some prep.
We've all
Hello, everybody. Hello. Fine. We could hear you all banging away. Do you want to blow my pipe while I'm twanging away?
Oh no, Rod. I was blowing a lot with Roger last night.
It doesn't matter what size your twanger is.
I prepared that in case there was a moment's silence.
I enjoyed the high resolution on it. That was
It can match
ultra
your,
HD.
I was using Rudy's
Clean
internet.
cam.
TV was a lot more innocent back then, wasn't
Like
it?
streaming football online. Is that me? I'm watching.
Are we winning?
That play got 3 legs.
Yeah. That's not Manchester United. It's some Chinese team. Sorry.
No, if they're
Twanging
playing that
away.
badly, it is Manchester United. Oh,
And
dear.
then
Right.
everybody focused their attention back onto Ian.
Can you not put me under pressure as I'm struggling to transform? I've always struggled with it getting into jet mode. Transforming it back to bot mode, I
Tell you
always
what,
find 10 times
why-
easier.
why
It's
don't I
legs
take
that
the
bother me.
I'll take the pressure off. I will read my first bit.
Yeah, don't bother.
Trump-
The shoulders on mine. The shoulders on mine stick in. So when you're trying to transform me from bot to jet mode, every time I have to really pull the shoulders to detach them off, and I get scared.
You still got
every
one,
time.
then? You still got your one?
Oh yeah. I've got all 3. I've got Trigger Happy, Slugslinger, and
Misfire.
Misfire, and I will love them forever. Especially Misfire because I had him as a kid.
I cannot get a hold of Misfire, well, not for a good price. It was always one I
Yeah,
wanted, but
super rare.
you do
He's like
pay
£70
quite a
now,
bit.
isn't he?
The
Yeah.
Legends one was the one
Mm.
that I settled on. I just preferred the
Good
color
lad.
scheme and everything coming with blowpipe.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a few of the Legends ones that are, in most of people's opinion, I think are superior. Like with the Autobots, the Blur and Cup, they're definitely better. But I actually prefer
Clara,
the
pump.
I prefer the Titans Return Slugslinger. But of course, you don't get the Target Master partner with him. That's the Caliburst here. So yeah, I
Really
kind
clever
of pick and choose.
transformation.
Yes, this
Oh,
is really
genius.
complex transformation for me. I give up, but there you go. He's fine. He's cool. I just can't. I can never work this out with the legs. Every time I spend like half hour doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you do it. But anyway, he's mostly in jet mode. It's good enough for me.
At least you didn't start off your little mini review by saying the easiest transformer to transform, which
Even
one of our
at least-
team once did.
I did have a few backup bots, and my other one was going to be a
Love you,
Make Toys
Jamie.
Masterpiece Jazz, and I thought, no, I'll never be able to transform
Oh.
that.
Cool.
That's it.
Thought I'd go with-
He's quite tricky. He is.
Yeah.
Like,
So
if you haven't done him in a while, he's quite tricky to remember.
yeah, I know I haven't done it, but no, Trigger Happy has always been one of my favourite characters. So I'm crying out for an MP version one day.
And how's your show going, sir, on your channel?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I put my video out today. Did a review of about 3 Rodimus Primes all in one go. But yeah, it was quite good. Getting a few subscribers here and there. I think I told you guys last time that I did one of my what ifs, and it was the Shattered Glass. The 86 movie in Shattered Glass, and that really has just been swept up in the algorithm somewhere. It's just running away with views now, and I'm like, oh, okay. But no, it's cool.
Well, you saw him here first.
I was always here first. But no, seriously, well done to you all for 100 episodes. It's been really great. Thank you very much for having me on many times and having me on your channel doing my little segment within. So really well done to you guys. You've done a wonderful job.
Ah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And
Cheers.
thank you so much for
Good
coming
for
on
the party.
tonight.
Always a pleasure.
Cheers, Sex Hair.
See you later. Bye.
Matt Shelby, his new channel name.
Can I just say, I
we
really
lost
regret
Ruby.
when I said shots fired, I didn't say arrows fired. I was like, now I'm like,
Oh.
wins on one.
Right. I think we're going to have
Why are you shaking your head at Alexis? That was a
David.
great
Wow.
joke.
He's just
so-
disappointed.
Yeah, the bloody mugwai.
a really special guest now. So I don't know
He's
what's
got
going on
gremlins
here.
up on. He's got gremlins
He's been
up on,
fed
hasn't
after midnight. That's what's happening.
he? What sex?
Right.
Don't
We're in a different time zone in
Don't
Nottingham.
feed sex air after midnight.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have on the show Mr. David Wallace. Hello, David. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Greetings, gentlemen. All right, Dave.
How are you?
Sorry, I saw you.
All right.
Yeah, good. We saw you
Yeah.
got in extra early to the chat. I was like, oh no, you're well early. You have to wait for ages.
Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I was told I wasn't due until 10 past. It's now 5 to, so you've got me for like 25 minutes now. It's great.
Nice, we'll take that.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Alexis is like, right, Superman chat coming up.
Bring it on. Interesting
Brilliant.
Superman fact: Superman and Lois did a better rating for its first episode on the BBC than it did in America.
Cool.
Really?
By over 1 million people.
Bloody hell.
That's because it's just weird because that's actually a spin out from the Flash series, isn't it? Like that's
yeah,
when he first aired.
Yeah.
Which is normally obviously you get that first, and then but yeah, it's interesting how it's come about, and obviously the popularity shines through. I haven't watched the first episode yet. I'm going to wait to binge on them, but
yeah,
that's just me.
I think it's because they put it on at like 5:40 on a Saturday afternoon, and I think all of these old people were like, "I remember when Superman was on at 5:40 on a Saturday afternoon because I'm an old man, so I will watch that."
I remember when Superman was on. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's not get into that.
They got in. How's prep for TFN going? I'm well excited.
Yeah, very, very good. Very, very good. I'm very excited to announce that we have done some.
Just for a split second, I actually thought you were going to give us something.
I am,
but no, we've done
there was
prep has happened.
When you say you've done something, you mean you met up and watched something?
We convened at a secret location. Discussions were had. Ideas were thrown about. Guests were mentioned.
Can you share how many? Can you share how many tickets you sold?
No,
there's more than one.
Can you share how many guests? How many people you anticipate to visit the venue over the weekend?
No.
Can you share how many people visited the last event?
How many people were at the last event?
Yeah,
about 1,300.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah, we have.
That's why the bar queues were so bloody long.
I needed something, right? So we're going for
No,
more than
that's
1,300. We're going for more, right? We're going for more, right?
I mean, I would love to go for more. Let's go for more. Absolutely. Bring your friends. Bring your family. You know.
I feel like I've ruined your 100th show.
You've made our 100th show.
Really?
Yes.
It's probably
we didn't
been
want
the
to do the
most
100th show without you.
I got the feeling I don't want to be a burden with my broken
Never,
internet.
never.
But it's been working
Rudy.
fine for the last like 10 minutes.
Right, cool.
Fingers crossed.
Touch wood. It's fine. Dave, did you have a bot for us for tonight?
Yeah, I you know what? I was desperate to find one. Like Andy messaged me, he says, "Do you want to be part of this?" I'm like, "Absolutely, let's go for it." And by the way, congratulations on 100 episodes.
Oh, thank you.
Like,
very
really
much.
well done. So I was desperately thinking. I was thinking, do I go for something modern, something old, something classic? So
He's
like,
gone Beast Wars.
no, I haven't.
Teach us a lesson.
I didn't want to pigeonhole myself. But like I was looking around at my desk here and I'm like, right, so what bots have I got on my desk at the moment? And like there's a couple of guys who I've got and who've been sat here for months because they're really fun. Like I know he's overpriced and things like that, but I really love Rodimus. Like he's really cool.
Great.
And this guy has been nothing but fun to fiddle about with since he arrived. Like super exciting for him.
Have you done a special technique with him? Like fold the legs, like fold the arms underneath just a little bit, and that way it looks like he's hovering.
You just need to get yourself a Kleenex tissue box as well. And then
You bend his arms at an angle like that underneath.
Yeah,
and
Put him
you
in a
put it down
frying
on a
pan.
flat surface. It looks like he's hovering off the ground.
Ah, that's cool.
It's about as effective as it was last
And
year.
And then I've
Get
got this
clear
guy like on my desk.
Ooh.
You know, who is absolutely amazing. And I was actually going to go for this guy because I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about like how a toy in 2021 looks better than artwork in 1980 something or other. You know,
To be fair, that did look like the toy.
it did, but that's what he looks like. You know, in the cartoon. The irony being that the toy now, but. So I was actually going to go with Rekgar because I think he's absolutely fantastic. But then I came into the chat early and saw that we actually had to transform him, and I've never actually transformed him. Because why? I know this is a really dumb thing, but I was like, I'm always going to display him in robot mode. He looks awesome in robot mode. I don't like bikes. Why should I transform him?
Fair enough.
So, based on all of these things, trying to find an interesting toy, something cool that I can transform without making myself look like a fool and actually hold a conversation, I'm going with Generation 1 Optimus Prime.
Hey, shot. Shot. Oh, shot.
So I've gone for a J-Lo Hazy IPA.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is quite strong, actually. 6%, this one. It's quite
Well,
nice.
I'm not joining you in alcohol because I'm only on here for like 10 minutes, and what's the point in having one? But cheers,
One random
congratulations on 100 and all of that jazz. And here's
Thank you very
100 more.
much. Cheers, and thank you for coming on.
So,
Oh, sorry, I'd already done one.
Generation 1 Optimus Prime. What more is there to say? He is like the GOAT, of Transformers, because yes, he doesn't look great in terms of being close to how he is depicted in animation or anything like that. He's a very simple transformation. If you've not had a Generation 1 Optimus Prime in your collection at some point, can you really call yourself a Transformers fan? You can.
Is that the answer?
Yeah.
Answer
He's just fantastic. Like the level of playability. His gun didn't fit into his hand properly. He was always shooting at a wonky angle. This obviously isn't the original Generation 1 toy. As you can tell, he's got the short smokestacks and things like that.
This isn't your one, then. This isn't your original one. This is the reissue.
This isn't one of my like 4 or 5 original ones that I had growing up, because one of the things that always used to happen for me when I was a kid was his arm would break in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
So usually it would be at the shoulder or something like that. But because I was such an imaginative child, on one occasion, one of the Optimus Primes broke at the elbow, and I decided that was my Dark Awakening Optimus Prime after he got thrown against the wall. So just great. He's a bit of a parts former. Obviously, he's got his trailer and roller and things like that.
The original parts former.
Absolutely. Just like the jets and stuff like that. What I would say about this toy as well is I know I'm not a masterpiece guy. Certainly like Alexis and people that you've had on have talked about how they are big into masterpiece and things like that. And while that's not what I'm interested in, we know eventually there's going to be another masterpiece Optimus Prime, because they've gotten to the point now where they don't seem to be going forward. They just kind of shuffling left and right to the side. This, of course, is Takara, not any third parties or anything like that. And what I'm thinking to myself is, in the future, would it not be a brilliant business move for them to do a masterpiece toy accurate Optimus Prime? He could still have all of the fun and things like that of modern articulation, finger articulation, and all of that stuff. It's not that his fists have to come out, but that literally when he's in robot mode, he actually looks like the toy of Generation 1 Optimus Prime. I think
there is
would
one.
Be rather cool. Is there?
I'm pretty sure there is one.
Not an official one.
No, there was
Not
like a
the
Toy World one that was quite square.
Yeah.
It was still,
Yeah.
it wasn't. But yeah, this guy gets
Let me-
the toy versions of
Tiger Blade Labs. He had one. He used one for his Power Master. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'll tag you in the photograph. I don't know if it's official or not, but I think yes.
Well,
but I agree.
yeah.
They should do one. But the transforming one's like, isn't the transforming one similar to that? Would you say the self-transforming one, like the toy?
I mean, it is, but self-transforming Transformers are pointless, aren't they? Really? I mean, let's be honest.
The lazy man's Transformers.
That's it. I'm not interested in spending £400 on a Transformer that transforms himself. I'm interested in spending 40 quid on a Transformer that doesn't need to be transformed. That's how I roll. That is my
Man
game.
speaks the truth.
Exactly. But But yeah,
I feel like this
you
guy
know,
would like Action Masters. I feel like
well, I was really annoyed because obviously I bought that Rakgar and I thought to myself, "Oh, that's fantastic!" And then Super 7 go, "Yeah, we're doing a Rakgar." I was like, "Oh, well,
with,
rats."
with the toy head, as well.
Yeah, I know.
Cool
I know.
toy.
You go a box head.
You know, why Super 7 on
The gong has sounded.
is that last order?
I mean, I,
quick, Dave, start transformation.
No,
The gong
no.
standard, start transformation.
well, I've already transformed him. It's done.
Oh, pull your leg.
Sorry, that was my big hand whacking my microphone.
Just
Does that mean I have to go now?
No, it's just my man hand. Ignore it.
All right, okay.
Oh dear.
So yeah, so that's my toy. You know, Generation 1 Optimus Prime never leaves me desk. He's always in view and stuff like that because that was my boy. That was my jam when I was growing up, and it's cool. Like, you know, it's not necessarily easy to get him now. Whenever Hasbro re-release him, it's always going to be well, the last time they re-released him, they didn't even bother giving you his trailer. They just gave you the cab, you know, and that's not what you want from an Optimus Prime. The fun and the playability was, you know, that he had all of these different parts to him and things like that. And I'm sure when we get round to like the 40th anniversary or the 45th anniversary or whatever it's going to be, they'll re-release him again. But yeah, he's just a great toy. You know,
there's an interesting program right now on BBC. I think it's on BBC or Channel 4 about and it was last week was the best toys of the 70s, and they're like, for example, they're the skateboard, and like the guys that were doing the original skateboard. It'd be really good if this was an Olympic sport, like obviously like back when the guys that invented it, and then obviously this week is the toys of the 80s. So it'd be interesting to see where Transformers comes on best toys of the 80s. I think best toys of the 70s. The number one was Action Man, so which is like a giant GI Joe for those who aren't aware. Quick question, Jay, for you.
Yeah, sure.
Passion. If you had so crossovers are a big thing right now. If there was a Superman DC crossover Transformers, which if there was a mold from the lineup that you see today, is there a mold that you think would fit with Superman if there was a crossover? It's a good question.
It's very specific.
So we're looking at doing a remold and a retool of an existing figure into Superman.
Yeah. So what would the Zork mode be, and then which figure would you say would you transform into a crossover? Because obviously we've had Jurassic Park, we've had Ghostbusters, we've had My Little Pony. Transformer. I don't know. The ghostly door.
Like the smart thing to do would be. I'm trying to think. Like you could recreate the cover of Action Comics #1 where he's Superman #1 rather, where he's got the car, and the car could literally be a transformer.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to figure out what toy you would remold into Superman. Maybe Jetfire. Like Siege Jetfire, maybe.
Yeah,
I was just
he's
thinking
got
Jetfire.
Right body type, hasn't he? So
like just big, stocky. You know, he's got there's good space on his chest where you could put the symbol. He doesn't really have a cape, but he's got wings, sort of thing.
Yeah, you could do that.
Maybe like that's yeah.
I do. That'd be pretty cool. There was obviously the Llewellyn version of MP10, which formed into Captain America, and you could have the shield. There was that version of him, which was a big version of Prime. So yeah, Jetfire would work. I think good answer.
I mean, we all lived through, you know, the Star Wars Transformers debacle. You know,
no, let's not talk about that one.
You know, like nowadays, yeah, it's a big thing. You've got the Jurassic Park set. You know, you've got this crossover set. But
X-Men.
Did anybody feel though that like the Top Gun set was just like you looked at that toy and you were like, wow, you got handed to an intern, didn't you, son? Like, just.
It's actually really good though. If you got it, it's amazing. If they just put it,
you know what? I'm sure it's
you're drunk.
No, but it's a great toy. It's a really underrated toy. It's amazing. It's really good.
And then thanks to COVID, it came out 2 years earlier than the movies actually coming out.
It'll get released in new colours, won't it?
Tom Cruise has aged 2 months.
Well, he's gotten 2 months younger. You know, but yeah, that's yeah, I would do that. Yeah, Jetfire would work as a good crossover. But let's be honest, like the crossover Hasbro needs to be doing is like I want a transforming Thunder Tank.
Oh,
Ooh, like
yeah.
You know, like it doesn't even have to transform into like Panthro or something like
Mecha
that. Just
Panthro.
like, yeah, you know, I just want a Thunder Tank that transforms.
I think you've ordered that, Alexis, haven't you? The new Thunder Tank, like £500 or something. Sorry, if Sam's listening, it's £50.
Shut up. Yeah, they've done the He-Man and Thundercats crossover comic books. If you haven't read those, they're really good. If you can't more to read them, there is someone who narrates them on the internet as well, which is quite good. And you get to read the comics on YouTube, which was quite good. Watching Skeletor and Mumra try to take on He-Man and Lino with 2 different swords of power, obviously in the mix. Very similar backstories. Rudy, you are back. No, he's not.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I think it's the only way to play it now, isn't it? But yes, I did. Whilst I was away, I grabbed one of the limbs and transformed it into that prehistoric reindeer.
Oh.
That's a Christmas decoration.
I was going to say, I thought it was a Christmas decoration.
The joy of these is the connecting body and the head. You can actually ride them on the top.
As it should be for any good headmaster.
It's like a body master. So, yeah, that folds up. God, you can tell I haven't transformed this in ages.
This is one of those where the combiner kibble should have turned into a sleigh, like just like pulling it along.
Yeah.
Right, should I have grabbed the saber-toothed tiger? Is that more masculine for you?
I like the idea of a transforming Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm well in. Full on
let's
into
go.
Christmas time.
Slots into.
I can't believe nobody's done it. Somebody must have done. There must be a transforming Santa Claus somewhere.
I mean, there's been a transforming Postman Pat.
Yeah.
So, like, if Postman Pat's outdone Santa Claus in terms of like general appeal.
Fireman Sam as well.
Was there?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's a Fireman Sam version as well.
Imagine
they've got it in the same high quality
Santa
shops.
Claus.
Wasn't there like decades ago like a knockoff Thomas the Tank Combiner?
There was.
Oh,
yeah.
you can get that on.
You
Like,
can still get it on eBay.
Toys.
Yeah.
And it's shocking,
Stu
isn't
used
it? It's like
in one of his beatdowns as well. So yeah.
So hold on,
Great
we've
stuff.
got we've got Thomas the Tank Engine, we've got Fireman Sam, got Postman Pat. So like, what other classic
Bob the
80s
Builder.
British?
Oh, 80s.
Well, I mean,
Danger
kids-
Mouse. Turning
Danger
into
Mouse.
like that.
That
Was it a
car-
Lotus he drove?
Yeah, the car.
Keeping up appearances. That was funny.
Button Moon.
Yeah, I'll pay for that crossover.
Just like
Okay,
we get
we
the
can
one into
try.
Button Moon.
Yeah. Richard.
What was the slobby brother-in-law?
Oslo.
Oh, yeah.
Onslow.
Onslow
Onslow.
or something. Yeah. He would turn into his Ford Cortina. He had a green Ford Cortina, didn't he? Quality.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Come on, fans, hobby.
there's plenty of Vicar of Dibley combiner set or something like that. Let's just go for it, like classic British shows. But I like the idea of the Danger Mouse car. That's a good shout.
Yeah, definitely.
Why hasn't
Definitely.
anybody done like an Egomatic Transformer from Sonic the Hedgehog? I was just thinking about that. Just because the
Sonic the
trailer
Hedgehog
dropped for Sonic
crossover.
the Hedgehog 2 last night.
I watched that. It was really good. The
I
trailer.
haven't seen that yet. I've seen
You've
the
seen
Halo
the first
one.
one. The first one's really good. Sonic the Hedgehog, the film.
Yeah, I've seen the Halo TV series trailer that's out. It's going to be on
I
Paramount.
saw it got announced, but like,
It looks. It's one of those things that looks good, so you get your hopes up. You just got to be careful, haven't you? We've been let
Well-
down before.
It's been hurt before, Andy.
I have.
Don't let it get close.
Halo's
Sorry,
done nothing good for the last decade. That's the problem, isn't it? Though? Like, it's just a shame. Like competently, 343 have made competent games. They've just not made a good Halo game yet.
Mm.
Like But
We were discussing this last night. What was it last night? Yeah, it was last night, wasn't it? We
Yeah,
were
it was
playing
last
Halo. It was good when the new Halo not Halo Guardians, that was the other one, the new Halo Infinite, and it was good when we were working as a team, weren't we? But that was such a small amount of our time that we were quite actual poor at it.
yeah,
I've been killed a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
there we go.
Well, I don't know where Alexis has gone, but I'm sure he sends his best wishes. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. I'm sure.
Cheers, Dave.
Apologies for Alexis's really specific questions.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Well, considering the last time I was on, Alexis was sitting in a hospital room.
He was, yeah.
I
Oh,
assume,
God, yeah.
I assume that it was just all built up and pent up questions that he had.
He was asking them in the hospital.
I'll
room.
forgive him. But
Thank you. I was going to say that the last thing that I liked about Halo was they want to see the mini series that had the anime series, like the Halo did like an anime, like short sort of stories. Like Star Wars have done Visions recently on their Disney Channel. There's a Halo version out, which is like 10 short stories with about 25 minutes each, and different like about the war. And it's that I would say is really well done. That's probably the last good thing I saw about Halo.
I worked on Halo 2, so that's the thing.
Did you?
Did you? Good times, man. Yeah, that's where it peaked. When I was
to play it again now, just to watch the credits.
Thank you, Dave.
No, do you know, honestly, like Halo 2, absolutely, I think completely agree. I think it was completely where it peaked. Because everybody talks about, I didn't like playing as the Arbiter, but as somebody who was like a massive fan of the bait and switch of Metal Gear Solid 2, I was totally into all of that. I thought it was class. You know,
it always comes down to one thing: shopping mall, rocket launcher. That's the game. That's it. Run. Get that.
Welcome to the official UK Halo podcast.
That's something I want to do.
So, right, chaps, I will get out of here. And,
cheers, Dave.
Have a good
Thank
night. Take care. All the best.
Cheers, mate.
Catch you
Take
later.
care. I'm super excited about our next guest who's going to join
Didn't
us.
really
We didn't really see you either, but your internet seems to be working now.
Apparently.
Inspector Gadget, that's another one. Inspector Gadget who turns into the car.
Oh, we should have done something different tonight.
And the trotter van, the freewheel only for
Could have had plans.
Only fools and horses. Right. Really excited to welcome on Rich to the show, or who's better known as Zort Rider. Hello, Rich. Thank you so much.
Hello,
Hey, you're
everyone.
right, Rich.
Hello.
And he's got a Christmas jumper.
I have. I've got a Gremlins one on, so.
Oh, yeah, double Gremlins.
You know what? I was sitting there watching, and I was half paying attention. And when you shouted Richard out of what keeping up appearances, I shit myself, and I thought I was on.
No, different.
I wish we
Richard.
got that on camera.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was all right.
No problem. And congratulations, lads. Great show and getting to hundreds of great achievements. So well done.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Now, I don't drink, but I wanted to play along and have a game tonight. So before you do your shots, I wanted to let you know what I've been playing. I'm playing Borders Dude Bingo. Okay. So what I've got here is some of his favourite topics like Visionaries, Blackpool, G.I. Joe Street Fighter, Ultra Magnus B&M, Gala. So I've been looking in the chat to see if he mentions any of those, and he's on a bit later. And if he mentions the Hilton breakfast, it's an instant win. So that's what I've been doing tonight. But you can all do your shots now. I've got some non-alcoholic beer, so there we are. Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I think this is shot number 8. Is it 8?
I'm on beer number 3.
I thought this was 9. 7 was Ian. 8 was
I've just
Dave.
been smashing them back every time I've been off camera.
That's why his
That's what's making your router freeze, isn't it?
It's shot number 9. It's number 9. Cheers.
I've been weeping, just crying in the corner.
There's more parts to your review tonight, Rudy, than there is in Lost.
Okay, it's like my favourite Transformer of all time, and I've just not done it any justice.
There's still time.
No, the damage has been done.
Right.
Sorry, Rich. Go right ahead.
It's all right. Carry on, mate. You carry on, do what you need to do. Get it out. You'll break up in a minute anyway, so it'll be fine. Okay, so I thought, well, I've changed my mind a few times about which bot I was going to talk about tonight, but it's kind of poignant that Dave talked about Optimus because I've gone for a Megatron. I've gone for G2 Megatron. This is the one I had in 1992 when I was a little lad. And you don't get toys like this anymore. It's got sounds. I don't know if you can hear that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it's got a rocket launcher that's more dangerous to your eyes than going paintballing with the lads from Brighton Grove. I'm going to try and shoot it now at my bin. If it breaks, I'm going to have a right mess. But yeah, and it even makes a noise when you shoot it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
This is a real toy of the 90s, and it's chunky and it's so good. I'll try and transform
classic,
it.
Man. That's a classic.
Yeah. It's very dusty as well. Very, very dusty.
So did you get this for a birthday or Christmas?
It was
How did you acquire this?
Christmas 1992, I think it was. Was it 1992 these were released? So it would have been 8.
Was it from parents or from Santa?
Well, of course it was from Santa, because parents don't buy you presents, mate. Santa Claus.
Yeah, Alexis.
That's what happened in
question's
the
that?
80s. Elderly men bought children presents by sneaking into the rooms at night.
Did everyone see that creepy Santa thing I shared online?
Oh dear.
Okay, so we've got it almost there. So he's a big brick of a toy. You can touch his head and it can make noises. You do get elbows, which is pretty good for a Transformer from the early days. But yeah, he's a big chunky thing. I love Generation 2. Even though I'm a big G1 fan, Generation 2 was there in the shops when I was a kid. That and the classic figures and all that. But being born in '84, I missed out on the first run of the toys and that. And I always remember going around with my parents hunting for these. I remember picking up a G2 Grimlock one day from a shop in Tamworth. I can remember it clear as day. But Generation 2 is one of my big loves, and I'm so happy to get this. And the new version that come out the other year is pretty good as well. But yeah, that's my bot, and I'll hold it this way so you can see him. There you are.
Would you get the if Fans Hobby did a version of that? They've done the Energon Megatron. If they did one of those, would you get him?
Maybe. I'm not a massive third party fan now. I went through that phase, and even though they're really good to look at, and this might be controversial, I don't think they've got the same soul as a Transformer, an actual Hasbro vintage toy, or even a new toy. There's something about them. Maybe it's a shit QC, or the fact that it's a roulette whether a limb's going to fall off when you open it up or whatever. But I admire third party collectors, and I've got some third party myself, but I don't think I would step into it now. I have got the Fans Hobby, is it Laser Prime? I bought that at TFM one year, and even though it's a great thing, I don't love it as much as the original one because it has more soul in it. That might sound daft, but that's just my thoughts on it. So the short answer is no, I wouldn't buy it.
Well, no. If you look, you're right. If you look at the obviously what you've picked up there from the 90s, from the 90s.
Sorry, I'm not being selfish.
I
haven't seen my face enough.
Is obviously 30 years old. It's stood the test of time. Everything still works, and you're 100%. You know, and I imagine if you pick up a third party figure in 30 years' time, you're gonna get maybe a screw or a nut.
I don't think anything will last as long as the ones from back in the day. I mean, that's still got the same batteries in from when I was a kid. So they really shows the batteries.
Jesus Christ, what kind of batteries?
You might want to check those.
I know, I should really, shouldn't I?
Can you post your brand of batteries in the chat, please, later?
And Richard, you've been on the show quite a few times now. What was your favourite memory? I particularly think of one where I wasn't on the show, so you hosted it in my place. Thank you so much. And Alexis chose to be ruined.
You gave Alexis control, didn't you, Paul?
I think
I have no recollection of this.
I'm not fucking surprised by the language, but you off your head. But yeah,
you were mottled before we started. That was a long show.
I think one of the funniest things was as well when I think that the time after I came on, Alexis was trying to make it look like we had an argument, but I wasn't checking his messages, and he kind of already started.
That sounds like
that was funny. But it's been a pleasure to fill. Obviously, I'm nowhere near your standards, Paul. But it was an honour to fill in for someone.
Thank you. And I think we're kindred spirits because we know the pain of trying to do a show where someone's trying to disrupt it the whole time.
Well, at least you can drink now to deal with it that way.
Yeah, sorry.
I do know I do
sorry,
crack
Rich.
now.
I'm
It's
really
a lot.
sorry. I'm really sorry I didn't get Paul to give me control of that.
It's all good. It was a right laugh, to be fair. Hopefully, I'll be on again soon. Fingers crossed, maybe for show 200.
Yes, definitely. Bloody hell. I hope I'm still married. To show 200. Fingers crossed. So I got this guy from Kapow. So he's not G2 Megatron. What version of him?
Keep me honest here. I think someone on here might know this more than me, but he's based on a design that was unreleased for G2, but he wasn't actually released.
I think it was artwork or something that they had.
But you can get the G2 version, can't you, Rich? I think
Yeah.
In a sale now as well, like of that same mold.
Yeah. I would do an Alexis and get up and get it, but I'm not going to do that. And that's
Go on.
Treat yourself.
It's over there somewhere. But there is that version of it as well. I was looking at that one. Is that any good, Paul?
It's all right. I got in the Kapow sale, the Black Friday sale, so it's nice and cheap. And he turned up today. I've done the stupid thing. I put a pre-order in with my order, and I was like, oh, "That's weird. I ordered that a few weeks ago." And I realised the pre-order was holding the whole order up. So I emailed the guys at Kapow. They were really nice and sent the rest of the Black Friday sale. And yeah, he's really, really nice. So
you got
really, really good.
Right?
Yeah. The sore subject.
Let's not get into it.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's
mate.
definitely worth
Hello.
picking up. And I picked up. I can't remember what Star Wars character it was. It was the one from, I think it's The Last Jedi, the one who is dating Poe or used to date Poe, the girl, and it was like £4 character is. She's down
Is
here.
it Zuri?
Yeah, I think it is.
The Daft Punk one, that one.
Yeah.
Zori.
Yeah.
Like
No, don't be
£4
sorry.
for a Black
Don't be
Series
sorry.
figure was
How much? £4?
£4. Yeah,
Wow.
it was really cheap. So yeah, I don't know where I've gone to that. Cool, brilliant. Thank you so much, Rich, for joining us.
Thank you very much, lads. Great show. Keep it up.
We'll see you next year at TFN.
You will do. You will do. Fingers crossed.
Definitely. Cool.
All
Right.
Thank you,
take
everyone.
care.
Cheers. Have a
Cheers.
good night,
Bye.
lads. Cheers.
So that leads us on to fucking hell, shot number
The
10.
hits
Is
just
it
keep coming. The hits just keep coming.
starting to feel a bit sloopy?
This is the last of my vodka. Literally the last of it.
Okay. Right. So next, we're welcoming one of my favourite YouTubers of all time. It is now time for the absolute legend that is Brad.
Yeah. Oh, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All time first question on coming on a podcast. Can you hear me? I actually just before I came on, I noticed it said down the bottom, only the host can see you. I was like, oh, hang on, has Paul been able to see me for 45 minutes talking to myself and twitching?
It's been a treat.
Surprised that being after.
Glad you've put your clothes back on now.
I know. I did have to double check whether I'd been in the nip at all.
Oh, he's really doing that thing where he's pretending he's totally still again.
Can we have can we see whose internet's better, Brad or Rudy's? Can we have an internet off? We just put them on the-
Wales defaults to 0. But I have enjoyed Rudy Roulette. It's been great.
Well,
Rudy, yeah, it's
not
been
for
part of the
me.
show.
Not so much.
It's been a big part of the show, Rude. I've enjoyed
Oh,
it.
don't say that, mate.
In the most positive way possible. I met Rudy for the first time 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
we,
yeah, of
we
course.
embraced.
Yeah, we embraced.
I've been nursing since, and it just hasn't gone away. I was talking to Dave backstage, and he said I can run all the panels at TFN next year.
Fantastic.
So that'd be great. So
Take
there'll
that
be
to
lots
the
of
bank.
talk about pasties. And,
Oh God, it'd be like 6 hours of power core combiners.
exactly, yes. And there is lots of things to say about power core combiners. Shall I go?
I'm
first?
also here for that. So yeah. I'm stealing that for our podcast. That's what I'm
The
doing.
more power core combiners, the better. I've gone for Disaronno. There we go. Velvet. Hang on, Velvet liqueur.
Velvet.
Because
Velvet.
now
worth
all
it.
nouns are genderless. Have that Twitter.
What?
Classy.
Nothing will be gender associated anymore, so I can drink what I want. The only
Right,
brand
so-
I'll ever earn on Twitter. So this could be milk in disguise.
Is that why you drink
That's
apple
literally all I've got
teenies?
left.
That's why I drink what?
Apple teenies.
How did you know that? Were you watching me off camera as well?
Mate, who do you think was buying? Who do you think was buying them for you?
I did wonder.
End the bar, please. Again.
Credit
sir.
card ending in 3372. crumbs.
That fine gentleman at the end there, please.
So, gentlemen, that child at the end of the bar.
Sorry, gentleman, because there's no nuns, isn't it?
So
Gentleman.
I've tactfully picked something that I knew I could transform in 1 minute, so there won't be too much silence. But I've gone for this guy. Some people might be saying Armada Cyclonus, but it's actually Energon Cyclonus.
Are we having a drink? Yeah.
Because I wanted to be a little bit clever. Have I had my drink?
Shot.
Nobody's had the shot.
I've had it. I shall have another one.
Oh, sorry, did I miss it? Did I just
Serrano.
Andy, everyone raise the glass a shot. Everyone raise a shot.
3, 2, 1, shot 10.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Liam, stop cheating. Liam, stop cheating.
That's out now.
You have to do it
We
again.
did it at the start.
No,
I need no excuse. Do not worry. There's one thing nobody needs to tell me. It's like, don't.
Oh, we're going fancy here. We're going fancy here then.
Oh yeah.
Marcus just said, I went to make a cuppa and Brad happened. That's like most of my relationships right there. Like, there's only been 2. Anyways, so Energon Cyclone. If anyone remembers, at the start of Energon, Cyclonus still had his Armada form, but he was actually in like Team Call of Duty colours. So he's got a nice grey camo, and you'll never hear that be described as nice ever again. Grey camo. So and his face is like really orange, and it's the kind of orange that reminds you why brown is so good. He's great, you know. He's an Armada toy, so everything is activated by a minicon. It's like his minicon is a bit like a really randy King Charles Spaniel, because you have to like hump him on to activate. Like the leg cannons there, and if you know his arm missile launchers also have to be activated by plugging the minicon on, and there goes one. The convenience is reaching like, you know, co-op levels there. Co-op levels. It's a wonderful thing. But I love Armada toys because of their simplicity. I feel like Energon. Who am I kidding? I love Energon too. But yeah, Armada toys just had this like, we're not quite there yet, and we're not quite trying thing about them, which is just definitely something I love about them. But yeah, he's got a really cool alt mode too. So he kind of move him up there, push his head down, twist his legs round, and basically you're pretty much there. No, I've done it wrong. No, we're good. We're good. There we go. So he turns into a helicopter. Let's get that in frame. Surprisingly, it's grey. And hang on, we need to push his arms in as well. There we go. So he's a helicopter. He's got this cool like rotor action on the top. That also scares wild hamsters away from your property, if anyone was wondering. But the real magic thing,
some say that
does sound like Condor. If his minicon, who we'll call Barbara, he is a tank. Called Barbara, because all minicons are genderless as well. I have that Twitter. If you turn, I need to turn the camera around as well. If you turn his treads around and plug him on the front, then you can fool. Oh, hang on, no, I've done this wrong. Nearly there. There you go. Then you can fool a small child into thinking it's a completely different helicopter, which works perfectly on me. And then obviously, if you run the rotors, then his little cannon on the front.
That's really cool. That is.
Well. Do you know what? Is it perfect? It is perfect.
There you go.
That's
stick
I
that,
love
stick that up your genderless arsehole, Twitter.
They're so shit, they're good. A bit like me.
That's one of the best helicopters I've ever seen. I've seen a lot.
I love the camo. I always love it when helicopters have camo.
All about the copters, you Paul.
They're flying in the sky.
All about the whirly birds.
Yeah.
It's just lots of ordnance.
No, lovely.
Yeah, well done
lovely.
on 100 show. Triple digits. We count in base 10, so that's a biggie. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for coming on for so many shows.
Yeah, cheers.
On a fair few.
I always say to you, it's always fun. It's always fantastic. It's been responsible for 100% of my hangovers this year. as you can tell.
If we were ever to do a
And
poster,
mine.
that's the tagline. Responsible for 100% of hangovers this year. I would have that. I'd quote you.
Exactly.
on
We're
it.
going to rename After Dark Show just Transformers The Hangover.
Sometimes it doesn't. It's a short show, and sometimes it goes on for a while. Sometimes after the show, we stay on, don't we, drinking? And last week I looked at the videos.
Profile.
Last week I looked at the videos we were watching, and there was Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse from the Heart, just all these classic. We must have been on until about 2 a.m. Me and Alexis, we're still with our microphones on, singing to each other as the last two people on.
My wife said that was
Vanilla
really
Ice on?
awful singing. No, we had a what's the band we had? What's the band everyone talks about right now? The K-pop band. We were playing those as well.
Anal Fury.
DLS.
Brad, you said that, didn't you?
Is it GTS? Or am I just thinking of CM Punk's finisher?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
We had Jimmy
it was
Weld,
it was
Lisa
fun. It was
Mitchell,
fun.
Belinda
Something on the
Carlisle,
end of something that sounds like it's on the end of a
Azealia
Toyota.
Banks, and Jamie T. Yeah, we had quite an eclectic taste. Cool. I've lost the
And
plot now.
Terry Nutkins.
What show are we on?
Terry
Terry
Nutkins.
Nutkins. Classic Nutkins.
Shout out to the Nutkins. Will we see him later on tonight?
Has anyone
Sounds like it
watched
was a
any
really
Tiger
wild
King?
show, doesn't it?
Has anyone
Has
watched
anyone
any
seen
Tiger
Popped
King?
in.
Hang on. Hang on a
Anyone
second.
seen Tiger King season 2?
Oh, yeah. I got a phone. Hello.
It's amazing.
There's one guy that looks just like Chris Packham.
Hey,
Is it?
guys,
The
just had
the
a
internet detective guy.
Yes.
Is Chris Packham in America.
yes. Guys, I've got the phone. Right. The executive producer directors, they've said we can run the special VT. They've given us permission. So at the
I was going
end,
to say,
at
had
the
Chris
end of all the
Packham on the
guests,
line.
at the end of all the guests, we can run the special VT. That exclusive interview tonight. We can run that. We've been told we can. It's just been officialized.
If you got Terry
Officialised.
Nutkins to come in and do a video with you,
Oh, mate, especially, I
never
thought it was Chris
stop this
Packham was coming in with like
Or
razor.
hey, it could be,
Chris Packham comes in
we
through
have
the
to
window.
conserve a line.
could be Dave Benson Phillips. He's local,
He's only into
David
Beatles.
Benson.
Packham's
Friend of the
friend.
show. Friend of the show.
and Pat Sharp as well. He's local boy. He is.
Apparently, Nutkins is dead.
Everybody's a local boy.
Did you go to the same barbers as Pat Sharp? Is that what everyone's there with getting the mullets like?
No, that's Ian does. Ian does.
Oh, dear.
Are you going to do anything with that video, VT? Oh, was that a joke?
Are you going to share the video then?
When who's the last guest? Who's the last guest?
You just said you were going to show it now.
Ed, John, and RJ still. Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm not going to say
at
who
the
they
end.
are.
Well, at the
Someone,
end of all-
someone else.
At the
Oh,
end
you're
of all the
building it up.
guests,
You're
Did you
building
put
up
RJ on?
anticipation.
I'm building up. At the end of all the guests, we will show the interview of all interviews.
Paul just cuts off the show and says, and that's the end.
It's not a very long
dear.
interview. They're a very special start. It's only about 2 minutes long. So.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Chris Packham thinks of, Beast Wars and Action Masters and stuff.
Terry Nutkins friggin' loves Action Masters.
Pat Sharp's coming
All
to talk about
about
hair product.
Do you know, Nutkins has only got 2 fingers and 1 hand because he had them bit off by
Badger.
one animal bit.
Is that because he's dead metal? He just does that all
No,
the time.
no. Remember on the
Badgers are
everyone
vicious.
watched
You've got to be
the
careful.
Really Wild show, and
Yeah, he's always
he's
missing the.
yeah, and he said you got a little bit, so
Got wild
Okay.
by a boar.
I can't remember.
Oh,
Is he
Have
either
you
got
done
bitten
that?
off
Took his
by-
hand
down the
right
mood.
off.
he
Did
was
he get
he
into a
was
fight with a
bitten
swan?
off by- they can break a man's arm,
Chin spiders.
That's a myth.
Chin spiders.
Chin spiders.
We got tickle spiders.
They only
now.
exist.
Tickle spiders.
it's falling apart.
In this form.
Right. Okay.
Alexis ruining surprises since that.
I was thinking an otter bit his
Is that-
finger.
Otter
Is that true?
A man was attacked by an otter in somewhere like Malaysia or something.
I
It
love-
was a
I love-
story
I love
I saw on
Stuart
BBC
Jardine.
News.
It-
It was great.
They can be
Got
proud.
Most
attacked by a
people
load
saying
of otters.
otter.
An otter.
Death by
Otters
otter.
even indigenous to
That was
Malaysia.
great.
Terry. Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Terry.
Yeah,
Right.
no, Asher, all we've
That's
got
going to
is
be
like
clipped
talking
and
about
put into
Bible,
one of
and now
Brad's
it's all about
videos.
Tony
Yeah.
Hopkins. This is the content. This is the content.
Alongside Rich, I got thrust. That's all one
And Brad, you're welcome to stay on if you want, or you can shoot off. But you're more than welcome to stay on.
That'd be amazing.
As we welcome our next.
I've got more
next guest.
Discorama, non-gender specific.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The show just dissolves into general chaos. But one man who I know can lead a light of order onto this. It's time to welcome Ed Bumblejumper82 to the stream. Hello, Ed.
Hey, there he is.
Can you hear us okay?
Hello! Now, you told me
Pixelated.
John was
Hey.
next, so I wasn't quite ready, but
I
I'm
know.
ready now.
Sorry, I'm a massive bastard.
Hello! You haven't lost me, have you?
You've been-
my
There
internet's
may have been
fine.
clerical errors.
We can hear you fine. We had a small issue with John where I forgot to tell John that he was on the show, and I thought Andy was telling him, and Andy thought I was telling him.
Well, he was asking what guests have you got earlier? What guests have you got, lads?
Is John on the chat?
I just want
John's
to
on
make
the
it
chat,
really
Andy.
clear that I wasn't supposed to be asking him just before it goes any further.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry.
Sorry. But we do love
We're all in this together, mate. We're all in it together.
We're all going to burn.
We're all
I'm
we're all
struggling to
going
hear
to
anything.
hell.
Oh, at least we'll be drunk. Some of us.
Right, Ed, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on. And you've been on the show a few times before, haven't you, my good sir? You look-
Sorry.
Oh, man, this is
Sorry.
like
Yes, I've been
Eurovision,
on,
isn't it?
I've
It's like
been on a couple of
Eurovision.
times,
Yes.
Wow.
absolutely.
We thought-
Always a pleasure. Always watch you guys on a Friday, as long as I get the permission.
Why is
The
Ed in
permission,
this- why
yes.
why is Ed?
Do you want me to log off and log back
America?
in again? I think I've got an
Why-
internet problem, a la Rudy.
Are you Ed? Why are you in America?
It's because Brad's sucking up all the internet in Wales.
North Cardiff get priority.
Good side.
He's stolen Rudy's real router.
Maybe
Ed,
he's
we'll
further.
let you restart your router or whatever
Give
it
me
is,
1
and
minute.
we'll give you 1 minute. We've actually got someone who's just
1 minute.
jumped into the
Rob's
stream,
router starts in 1 minute. Right.
and I'm getting confirmation that we might have a Brian Bone Bonks on the stream.
I could.
Hey, why are you in America?
Brian,
It's 'cause Brad's
Brian, are you
sucking up
there?
all the internet in Wales.
Brian, I can see you. Hi, Brian. Thanks for joining the stream.
What's up, YouTube?
How are you? Thank you.
What's up, Transformers the show?
We're good.
How
Thank
you
you.
doing?
Lovely to have you on. Lovely to
honor,
have you on.
Brian.
Who
It's an
have you
honor.
offended this week?
Brian, turn down your TV.
Is this the Wei Zhang Bobby school face? Is that who
No, it's Jim Bao. He's a bit larger.
Fuck
Wei Zhang.
Bobby's face.
He wishes. I mean, you wish. Hang on. I can't hear
Shout
you.
out to Bobby.
What robots have you been reviewing this week, Brian Bone Bonds?
I've got a very special treat for you this evening. It's my favorite Transformer of all time, Skeletor.
That's not actually a Transformer.
It does. Look. It transforms.
Oh! Oh my
That's
god!
incredible.
Wow, Paul, that was.
This is the most awesome Transformer that I've ever seen. This is Skeletor. He's got a skull for a head.
Is that
not
your?
actually.
Is that your nephew?
Oh dear.
No.
I like the pause. Laughing.
I really want to watch Trapdoor now. I can think of his Trapdoor.
Yeah, don't you look in that trapdoor?
Because there's Brian.
You're a fool if you
down
dare.
Brian, everyone's asking in the chat, what do you
Beautiful.
think of Alexis's display?
It's better than the
We're not
last
talking about
one.
the toys.
Good.
It needs Unicron transformed.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
That's what
He
I
is
say.
transformed.
That's my opinion.
I
Into
did.
a
Look,
robot.
there it is.
Into
oh,
a robot.
what? No. My transformation.
And my opinion counts.
What? What's your transformation?
What does Alexis's opinion count for?
He
Good.
doesn't have an opinion.
It's not a loud one.
But he has a well.
You do. You're a Decepticon. Decepticons are cool.
What's going on here?
I'm straight.
Oh,
like-
some blatant
I like you,
Autobot racism from Brian Bone Bonds.
I can see the skull.
Brian, Thank you for joining. Bumble Jumper's back now. Love you. Bye bye, Brian. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for 100 chills.
What are we doing?
My
Let's do
opinion
this, let's do
counts.
this.
Yours doesn't.
Hey, Ed.
How you doing, Ed? Can you
Hello.
hear us, Ed?
Are we back?
So
I
it's
like
like
how
delay.
You're back.
Brilliant.
Ed, are you in
I
America?
can hear you. I have to switch it off and switch it back on again.
Are you in America, Ed?
No, I'm on the other side. If it looks like my hair's parted differently, it's because I've flipped reverse.
Australia.
Hair looks lovely.
All right, cool.
Right, so Ed, thank you so much for joining the show tonight. You've been on the show a few times before.
Again. Or I'm just not funny.
We can hear you, and we did laugh. Don't worry, we did.
We did laugh. We did laugh. I think there's a slight delay.
Absolutely, always love it.
There's a delay in our laughter. That's all.
How
There's
is
a massive
Latvia
delay.
this time of year?
Let's do a shot instead. Right, shots.
I've got no shots left. I'm just going to drink.
Okay, I'm ready.
No.
I've got some tasty Jamesons.
Jameson.
Hey.
Nice.
Liam came prepared.
I can't be bothered to find the glass anymore. I'm just
grab the bottle.
This was my old
Give me a
man's favourite
straw.
whiskey, so this is.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
Reverse Eddie's.
Right, 3, 2, 1.
Chin chin, fellas.
Chin chin.
And as if by magic, a Christmas tree has appeared. How
Oh.
festive!
Wow, Rudy,
Wow,
that's
yeah.
incredible.
I changed
That's gonna
rooms
add-
to see if
that's
the
gonna
internet
add
was
hairs to my
better.
chest.
It is.
I thought this was like the Pat
It
Sharp
is.
mullet, but a Christmas tree version.
Okay, so I've got a lot to talk
Like
about.
Jesus.
Pretty excited about this one. He arrived this week,
Is it Skeletor?
and it is Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Siege, and he came as part of the 3-pack. This is Acid Storm, and I've been waiting for
Yay.
ages to get these guys. I got the other two. You could probably see them by there. It's Ion Storm, is it, and Nova Storm? Yeah.
Hot, is it
I
hot
don't
Link?
know those guys, but
They've changed
This-
names of them.
this is the one I really wanted because, I mean, Acid Storm. I've got the Universe one, and he's like a very dull green with brown on him. I wanted the really popping green one, and this is beautiful. It's a great mold. I was just thinking the other day when they announced the Tetra Jets, and everyone just went wild on social media. This was back before everything was spoiled by a guy with knocked off bots or off the back of a van. This was back when they made proper announcements, and I was like, wow, I've got to get that. And I've got, I think, pretty much all of these now. The only one I haven't got is Skywarp, and Skywarp you can't get for love nor money. So, yes, I'm going to transform him, hopefully without popping off this chest bit, because that always happens.
Do you mean? Do you mean? Sorry, Ed. Do you mean in Tetra mode? You can't get him in that mode, that form.
No, you can. The Skywarp was released as barely released. So it was hard to pick up, and it came in a little box set
there we
thing
go.
that
The Tetra
you
version.
could get.
I
The
saw
Tetra
that.
Jet version,
It was
yeah.
Great.
exclusive, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, was it Amazon in
It
America?
came
or
with
something?
Battle Masters, you know.
Yes.
Oh yes, yes.
But
I
nobody
remember
asked
that.
for.
He came with
Hotlink is
Fractus.
better anyway.
He came with Scourge's
It's
Fractus, didn't he?
it's a little bit of weird kind of. I can hear clanging in my
Was it
ears.
Shroot?
Maybe I've got
Was it
tonight.
That's the other one, yeah.
Rohan saying he's going to get you a Skywarp. So if you
Fracas,
so
yeah.
wish
Surely
one.
someone-
Which
Is there grooming going on?
Scourge's
Grooming.
guys.
Do we need to
Grooming.
report something?
Like lower or upper?
Oh dear.
You're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. Well, there you go then. All right. This
Right,
is
but
going, this is
we're
going
not
really
number
well.
specific here.
I'll transform this earlier.
Right,
It's all right. We can just see
Yeah,
a green
yeah.
blur, so don't worry.
I just love how the nose cone turns into his shouldery things. I mean that's great. I love that.
Mm.
Oh
Internet.
no! Damn you!
Frank Jess Bezos not pay any of his bills this month. Why is the internet so broken?
Our survey
just
says.
Amazon went down yesterday, and Amazon is pretty shit. Let's face it. Oracle was better.
Thank you for confirming, Rohan, that once again I was right. It's a general thing that happens.
It's because Amazon can't actually scale properly. Everyone knows that. So
Oh, right.
Is that a joke?
No,
Can't head back to the
they're
stream.
pretty rubbish. They're pretty
Ed, you're
rubbish,
back in the stream, sir.
Did he
Does
know
he
he
know-
was out?
Does he know?
I don't think he realised.
Did you realise you just
I said a-
disappeared?
I said a swear word then. I don't think it was captured. That's good.
I don't believe you, Ed. I don't believe you. Prove it.
But yeah, excellent set. I had to wait a long time. I pre-ordered them back in April, I think.
Oh, Ed, can we all guess your swear word?
You're damn right, Rohan. You're
And
damn
yeah,
right.
we're nearly done. We're nearly done.
Oh,
I really do like
Captain
the
America
Earthrise
swearing.
mold, but this is just lovely.
Mark's closing down some tabs for you, Ed. He's giving you back
We're nearly
time.
there, we're nearly there, and this has been a spectacular fail by my internet.
Robot Cop.
We've got it all, man. We've got it all. It's all
He's a
good.
beauty.
Yeah, you're good, man. Don't worry.
Lovely.
Was that
Absolutely perfect.
Oh, he's
Oh, Ed. Don't
It's like the internet is trolling him.
Look at Rudy sticking up for people with crap internet. Don't laugh at him.
Everybody knows
It's
if you
really
say don't laugh, it
awkward.
makes you laugh more.
It's like we've been invited on this show, and it happens to you, and it's
It's
not
all
very
just a
nice.
joke to you, isn't it? It's all just a
We
It's
don't
not just a
control
joke
the
to you.
I love Crazy Rudy. It's my favourite version.
There's Ed.
Right, I think we've got
He's
Ed
really
back.
angry and passionate about it. Do you know what? Fuck Transformers. Fuck
I'm
Transformers.
so sorry, guys. Congratulations on 100
No,
and
it's all right.
to many more. And apologies for the internet. Absolutely fine
Don't
until
worry,
I came
Ed.
on, and now it's a dog's dinner out there.
Especially in Wales.
Anyway,
Cheers anyway, Ed. Thanks, mate.
love you guys.
Thank you
Love
so
Ed.
much.
Love you,
Cheers,
Ed.
Ed.
Love you, Ed. Love you.
Right, so hi, Liam.
Now
Liam,
Liam
you're
will
on.
fill for 50
Come on,
It's a
you're
mirror,
on
man.
again.
Hey,
Shut,
hey,
shut,
hey.
shut.
Right, we've got a certain a bit of a legend who's led us through many quizzes back in the day, because he actually knows more about Transformers than I've probably forgotten in my lifetime, and he's been a supporter of the show from day one. It's my mum. No, it's RJ. And he's got me on really loud.
Turn off the sound.
RJ, turn the sound off.
RJ, turn the sound
It's
off.
RJ.
He's not got headphones.
And he's got me on
This
really
is
loud.
coming too clever. Turn off your sound. RJ.
RJ, just turn off your TV.
Nice to see you, RJ.
Put
Good.
my phone.
I can see you now. Hello,
There we
sir.
go,
How are
RJ.
you? Oh no,
No, he's still not turned it off.
I'm not going to let you on the show, RJ, until you mute your telly.
He's not joking. He's really militant about
Yeah.
this. Get a mic.
It's like that bit on Going Live when you're doing the phone in, you call in, they're like, "Oh, can you just turn your telly down, love?"
wasn't there some 80s pop star that was on there once and they doing live calls and somebody came on and they went, I can't remember who it was, but they just went,
Oh,
by the way,
it
you're
was,
shit.
Yeah, it was 5-star. He goes, "Oh, I'd just like to ask the band why they're so fucking shit." Sarah Green didn't know what to do, man. She was all over the place.
She lost it.
Yeah.
That was the start of the drug era.
RJ, I think we've got you back, sir.
You'd think
RJ,
all this internet works.
Stop watching TV. We're here,
It
RJ.
depends. Have you sacrificed anyone recently? Have you burnt anyone on a pyre?
Just pasties.
Okay, so I know what.
No.
Stop, by the way, because I remember.
Yay!
Shut
He's got his shot. He's got his shot.
Oh,
Shots up.
fuck yeah.
Shots
I'm
up.
watching it on my telly, and that's the weird thing.
Original Spiegel block.
Oh, and your camera's got over.
Is...
RJ's drunken than I am. Brilliant.
Oh, hi.
Cheers,
I'm
everyone.
re-
Congratulations
Cheers.
on 100.
Cheers.
Thank you. I'm really sorry, guys. I can't read this one. It's all in German. So sorry.
That
I'll
was
I'll
straight
translate for you
Jack
later.
Daniels,
Just drink
by
it,
the
Big
way.
Bill.
Just go phonics.
Phonics. Jolly phonics. It's Liam
Sorry,
again.
phonics. We've all
Hopefully
been there.
that will work. Can
That's
you all
re-
hear me?
Yep, I can
That's
hear you
re-
loud
that's
and
re-
clear, sir.
That's really
Okay,
nice.
so I don't know what you think I might be doing. It's
Legends. Springer.
Springer. Is it this Springer? Is it this Springer? This Springer?
I'm sensing
if
a
you get
theme. There's a theme.
RJ, if you get your
Hey.
penis down and say this Springer, I'm going to walk.
Oh yeah, go on there, RJ. Say
But I
I've
tell
got
you
better
what,
things to
I'm
do
not
tonight
gonna
than
do a
die.
swinger. I'm going to shock all of you. Andy, I got this spot off you, and you know what I'm into lately. Hint, hint.
Pygmy porn. Yeah.
Cybertron. It's
Oh,
the
sorry, yes.
Cybertron recolor of 07 Jetstorm.
Yes. Great
Ooh,
bot.
lovely.
I was going to say it's your Titanic episode and do a Titan, but you know.
Down goes the arc.
Where's he pulling all of these from?
They're just everywhere around.
Temporal time space thing.
And I got Cybertron Jetstorm. Now,
Oh, nice.
what I love about Cybertron, I'm going to have to use a key here, is how chunky the bots are. And if you had a cyber key, you could do the magic and extend the weapons, and they had hidden bots.
It's a very good mold, that, isn't it?
I got this off you, Andy,
You did.
and he is gorgeous.
And so is the bot.
I love Transformers Cybertron. The human characters were actually useful and didn't make me want to shoot myself. Kobe could repair the bot, and all three kids could hear the Omega Lock. What's not to love about that? They were
That's
useful.
why I called one of my children Kobe.
I'm so
I think it's equal to Omega Lock. I was like, whoa.
I floated that one day and they got poo-pooed.
But
I was after Kobe Bryant.
if it's okay,
It
I
was.
can do a quick translation on him. His transformation is gorgeous. I have no nails, so I'm struggling to do the flip up part for where the head goes. There we go.
No more nails. Loads of people in the chat are asking about your hoodie. Absolutely loving it. Where did you get it from, sir?
I got it from. Well, that's my surprise because then everyone will get one and it won't be unique anymore.
Don't bogart the
edgelord.
Springer tops. Come on, give it up.
I got it from a website called Gears Homie. If anybody wants the website, just PM me on Facebook. RJ Callahan. It's the one with me looking good, and
You must send nudes.
And if you pay me more than £5, you get a nude free with the link.
Andy, I always thought you named your son after Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan Kobe.
Yeah, I used to call him that. Obi-Wan the Kobe.
Obi-Wan
We've gone again.
I don't have. I
Like
don't
being
have
on a roller coaster.
I'm not a fancy YouTuber like the rest of you.
Ghost
okay?
Train.
I have my iPhone, and that's about it.
Apologies for all our viewers. RJ ends the OnlyFans mode.
I
subscribe, to be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, the wings.
Not allowed how that works, by the way, Andy.
Yeah, the wings pop off. You've just got to be gentle with the transformation.
I
tell you,
was
I
gentle.
prefer the.
I'll take it back, RJ. Who sold
he's
it?
never going to get his money back. I'll tell you that. I joke.
But yes, I was gonna
what was
pay
the
out-
Decepticon version of him called? We've gone again.
Oh shit!
I thought we'd be the ones who would be breaking YouTube at this time of night.
I went and broke Twitter. I broke Facebook. Don't even get me started on
Oh dear. What was the Decepticon version of that?
Again,
mold
again,
called?
if you want to copy the news,
This is
that broke
Jetstorm. The Autobot
Yeah, well,
version
there
was
There was
Jetfire.
Jetfire, but then he was undercover, wasn't he, in Cybertron?
Over
and
Sky Shadow.
Sky Shadow. Thank you.
That's the one.
That's the best version because the colours on that are gorgeous.
That's
I once had the
amazing.
chance to buy that for 50p at a car boot, and at the time I was like, "Oh, do I really need that?" And I walked literally about 20 meters down with my family, and I went, "Do you know what? I'm gonna go and get it." I walked back, and some
But
kid had
I
bought it.
will tell you
Friggin' hell.
the best thing
Just
about
buying toys.
the
Alright.
bots, yeah, and you don't get this in a lot of robots, in a lot of bots you get these days. You get, and classic Sunspeaker Sideswipe, they did it best. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get, instead of something weird throwing out of it, you get weapon storage.
Nice.
That
pretty
jet mode
awesome.
was awesome.
That
That
jet
is
mode
really
is
cool.
beautiful.
Yeah, you know what? That's the first time I've ever seen that jet mode. I've seen you play RJ in robot mode so many times. This is the very first time I've ever seen it in jet mode. And I must say I'm actually very impressed.
The jet
is,
mode's gorgeous.
It's based off. It's got a bit of onslaught colours I've read into it, but Andy disagrees with me on that.
Onslaught.
As in the grey.
Not Onslaught, sorry, Jack Daniels.
Octane.
My name's not Jack. Stop calling me Jack. I've told you.
Yes. It's
I know what you mean.
Ms.
You did mention to me that
Ms.
somebody
Daniels,
said this
Ms.
is based off Octane. The colours were supposed to be based off Octane, but that was
It was
the whole
Donkey
theory.
I
was food.
Yes,
I
they
mean,
did.
twice
Yeah.
now.
Called it that time.
But I love the Unicron trilogy stuff. I don't know why.
I do
think it's just
actually have
very
the
G1.
Sky Shadow.
Oh, he's going. We're going mobile.
He's gone
I
full.
do
He's gone
actually
full.
have the
Shit.
Sky
He's got.
Shadow.
He's come to
Watch
the
out,
server.
everyone.
This could get dodgy.
He's
I
gone
hear
full
running
Alexis.
water in a
This is
second.
He's
I'm
gone
really
looking sketchy.
full Alexis. We're in OnlyFans mode and
Full
full
Alexis
Alexis.
mode.
It's like Happy
only
Monday.
no
to me,
one
I mean,
knows what will happen next.
But here's my Sky Shadow. I got it for a quid, complete from a charity shop. Just
I don't think that's complete.
I
I was going to say.
Allow me to finish.
I
got
hate
it
to break this to you.
complete from a charity shop when I first got into Transformers in the 2007 movie.
He's a Roman. I
Rob.
think RJ, I'm really sorry for it. I'm really sorry.
Still to come up, David Jatt meets Peregrine Worsthorne.
Here's a point. We execute wasps, but we don't execute dogs.
Like the one brought the dog in that story. But yeah, that would be my bot. That's 07 Sky Jetstorm, which I got off Andy.
Can I just say, what I really love about the bots then compared to now, which I do miss, and even with the Siege and Hasbro bots now, right, is the click, and they're probably like, it's like, it's almost like, you know, like
What, you mean the ratchets joints?
Well, even when like you're putting in every time you're moving it around, yeah, the ratchets and all that sort of just everything.
Alexis, I will
all
say,
of that.
every
Hang
time
on a
I
sec.
transform a robot, I get scared of breaking it. Hence why most of my robots are in bot mode. I've never even transformed my Springers. I'm just like, nah, fuck that. I like them complete.
No, I mean it's like when someone it's like when someone's like in a movie when they're cleaning their gun, you know, put it back together, sort of thing. It's like those clicks. It's a satisfying
like
sound.
in Forrest Gump.
No, that
Yeah.
was chocolate. That was chocolates and shrimp. Anyway,
No,
No,
he did
chocolates
this
and
gun
shrimp.
building thing faster than
So you treat
anyone
it to a
else.
good time.
let's watch Forrest Gump again.
I don't just know about Transformers, I know about general media.
Oh dear.
But yeah, congratulations on
thanks, Tom.
I apologize.
Cheers, RJ.
RJ, you legend.
Thank you,
Absolute
RJ.
legend.
Love us, dude.
Thank you so.
Bye,
What?
guys.
What did he say?
RJ, thanks so much for coming on, and thanks. You were our first subscriber. Our first subscriber.
He
on
was our very first subscriber.
Yes,
now
I
we've got 20 subscribers. It's crazy how far we've come on. Thank you so much.
So 19,
They're sending them out.
19, somebody's left.
and I'm proud of you. Congratulations, guys. You've done great.
Oh,
Thank you for
cheers,
getting
RJ.
through lockdowns, TF Nation, and everything. Providing entertainment. Congratulations to you all. I can't say
Thank
that.
you, mate.
Oh, thanks,
Thank you,
mate.
mate.
Cheers.
Love you, mate. See you soon. Bye
Have a good
bye.
night.
RJ.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Bye.
hang on. Phone's ringing.
Right, we've got a final guest, a very special guest. We've got a bit apparently with Alexis.
Right.
It's part of the show.
We've got to do a bit. No,
They've
Alexis
asked-
is
they've
not
asked-
with this.
They've said it's the footage is imminent. So, Paul, is anyone else to be shown? Is anyone more guests?
I tell you what, Alexis,
Well,
this
there's
better be
there's a
fucking
legend
superb.
about to come on.
It better be Chris
Alright,
Packham.
well, hang
I'm
on.
like, that's what I'm waiting for now.
I'm still
Yeah,
wanting
it's
to say
not Chris
Nutkins, even if
Packham.
he
I'm
is
quitting
dead.
the show.
Or Pat Sharp and the Funhouse twins. That's what I'm waiting
I put them
Just
off.
the twins
right?
are due.
for. Yeah.
Brilliant. Right.
But it
I
will be-
welcome
Oh my god!
Borders Due to the show.
my God!
Borders Due.
John.
John, how the devil are you?
Lovely. How are you fine chaps this evening?
Toasty. Nice.
Not as sober as I normally am, which is rare considering how drunk we normally are on the show. Worse than that. Thank you for joining us
Could
tonight.
have gone better.
we've had internet problems apparently.
Yeah.
We've soldiered
Shots
through.
anymore.
If anything, it's made it funnier. John, thanks for joining us tonight. How are you, mate? And you've been on the show before, and you're always chatting with us on the after chats and stuff. How are things with you?
Yeah, doing fine, my man. Doing fine.
And did you get a cheeky robot to have a look at tonight?
I did. I grabbed one as quick as I could, and one that's nice and easy to transform.
Ultra Magnus.
Superb.
Is it a Magnus?
It's not.
Oh, that's a disappointment.
I've heard that so many times.
I thought it'd be too
Rudy's on
obvious.
fire.
Yes.
There's been Resort Rider was playing Borders do Bingo earlier. I'm just trying to remember the things that you mentioned that you would mention.
What's the best thing about the Hilton, do you think, John? You know, when you go for TF Nation, what's the best thing about the Hilton?
Oh, right. Is this one of these things? Is it? I think it's the bar. I think the bar is reasonable.
Richard, you would say the breakfast.
He's a wily devil.
That's it. I went for the patisserie bar. So I was close.
yes.
I was
Patisserie-
close. I
ooh,
was
baked
close.
good. Is there a patisserie bar?
No.
I was going to say, like, I didn't know anything about baked goods at TF Nation. Missing out there.
They do
Right.
food. I just know about
Fine
beer.
pastries.
So this is shot number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shot number 12. Fucking hell.
I'm impressed by your ability to
Last
count.
time, to be fair, last time we got this deep into it on 10 shots, 10 bods. Didn't we get to about 16 because we were going to stop and we all just went nah?
Well, okay.
Challenge
In our own defense, right? The challenge last time, right? We each transformed 4 bots. So by getting,
That's true. We each had 4 bots to do,
one
yeah.
each night, right? Hence, I did the difficult one first. I thought I was gonna play. I thought I had to do more than one, so I did that one first.
Okay.
So I had no.
Do you not
obviously I
read the
wasn't-
memos?
I wasn't
To be
gonna
fair,
be here, so
Alexis
I
wasn't
gonna
supposed to be here, but he so wanted to be with us. He cancelled his plans at the last minute to join us.
Trooper, absolutely.
And also, he's not allowed to get drunk.
No, it's because there's too much COVID in the local area, so I said no to going out.
Yeah, and you not drinking stops that. Right. Let's do it. Shot
I'm
number
gonna-
12.
I've run out of alcohol, so I'm going to have croutons in my shot glass.
Oh yes, you crazy man! You.
So posh over there. 3, 2, 1. Crouton.
Wait.
Hear the crunching.
You know what I love, right?
Plain
Is
or garlic and herb?
Brad, why have you got croutons with no soup in your room? Why don't you have the soup?
Katie had a Caesar salad earlier, and she always leaves me the croutons. So I was going to eat them at some point. I wasn't expecting to
Don't
stay
you
on.
keep croutons in your room, Alexis?
No.
I know where Alexis
Really?
keeps the croutons.
You're missing out.
Yeah, sorry.
Just check, you might have some.
Although my bro works
Check
for
the boxes.
my
That'd
bro
be
works
something.
for my bro works for KP, so I get a lot of free nuts. So I get a lot of the old. I get.
I bet you do. Anyway, John.
So I, had these, I had pigs in blanket peanuts the other day. Oh, they were so nice.
You said peanuts, then, right?
Yeah, I thought you said penis. In blanket and penis. Is that like a really subtle way of coming out? I had a great roast dinner the other day and I stuck some cock.
I had a lovely cock wrapped in bacon. Lovely. Cheers, lad. That's exactly what I meant.
Cooked
It was
bacon
like-
would be a
like-
little bit like abrasive, wouldn't it?
If it's overcooked, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm now wishing I went out.
Right, cool. An absolute legend has joined us. Go on then, Borders do. What did you choose?
I picked just a little bumblebee.
Oh, classic.
Now, I got this figure quite a few times back in the day in Woolworths when it got reissued, like multiple times, and then the Goldbug version. This one I actually got for my son from TFN, but he's no interested.
Oh.
So. And he doesn't like Transformers, but hey ho, such is life. And I just
Are
love
you going
the-
to do a live transformation?
Yeah, it's difficult, but I'll try.
The
And there we go.
concentration.
Look at that. Alexis, are you watching? That's how you do it.
All right, you missed a bit, John. And there we go.
I did an MP. I did an MP.
It's an MP, yeah.
MP Bumblebee.
I'll do it off camera.
Oh, he's cheating now. He's got two. He's got definitely.
That's a
got two
Jamie
down there.
trick. He's got two.
Damn
Of
it.
everything, at least two.
That sticker is slightly to the left.
I've got to transform him like 1,000 times to see if he breaks. So
They throw him against the wall.
yeah.
Is that an original G1 Bumblebee? Or is that a
No,
is
it's
it original?
a shitty camera on there. It's that one with the reissue sculpt.
Oh, did he do? Oh, with the
with the
two
cartoon
face,
type
two-
face. Yeah.
two face. It actually looks better. Because it had the visor, didn't it? Like the Prime style, didn't it? The
Yeah.
mask on.
Did anyone used to have?
I've got mine, but without the feet, because obviously the feet come off, don't they? Like the little Bumblebee, the hood or the bonnet comes off, doesn't it? It pulls off. I've lost the tires on mine, and I think one or two of the bonnets. My original Bumblebee. Well, that's my original Bumblebee that I've got from 85, whatever. So
I've only got one original Bumblebee, and I got it when I bought a reissued Jazz off someone, and he said, are you looking for any of the bots?" And I was like, "No, not really." He said, "What about a G1 Bumblebee?" And I said, "I'm not a big fan of Bumblebee, really." He said, "Well, just take it anyway." So I just gave it to me. Well, if you're giving it to me for nothing, I'm not going to tin it. He was a nice bloke.
So, who's your favorite Bumblebee? Who is the best Bumblebee? I like the Netflix one.
Probably Netflix.
sorry, we're talking cartoon or we're talking
toy?
The real one, the real life.
We're talking Transformers,
Sorry.
Alexis.
Are you talking cartoon or the actual real Bumblebee?
Okay. Necking
That character from the B movie. I thought.
Suddenly, necking a lot of craft beer is actually now starting to hit me.
Is it?
Surprisingly,
What a
necking
shock.
sick. What a shock. MP21.
MPB was good.
MP21.
It's the vintage Bumblebee, man. The vintage one is the best one. Is that what you did? Sorry.
I do like the vintage one. I loved Hubcap. I used to pretend he was. Oh, I know you used to get the toy. I've just realised that from this show.
Yeah.
It's always like Point
I
Blank
really
was
like-
a hot rod.
I really like Pretender Bumblebee. I never had him.
Yeah.
I had
Pretender Bumblebee was alright.
He's wicked.
I had Grimlock, I had Starscream.
Action Master Bumblebee.
Action Master Bumblebee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I never had them either.
Helicopter pack.
Yeah.
He was too inaccurate. He was too inaccurate B. I know everyone criticised Action Masters, but they were too inaccurate.
No, they were awesome.
They were too
Fun
inaccurate.
toys, man.
They're the best.
Really fun toys.
But they had like
What's it?
it was the hips which were like my Prime had such tight bands. It was a rubber band which held the top and bottom together, and his was so tight that you couldn't put the legs on. Every time he moved his leg, it popped off. He's like Legolas, right? So he could sit in a cockpit really well, but that was it. he was Lieutenant Dan. So
Who was the classics B? Was it Reveal the Shield B? Who came with a little?
There was
had a
one
little
with black
trailer.
stripes, one with white. So
Classics
Reveal the
toy,
Shield
wasn't
was
it?
black
Yeah.
stripes.
The white stripes,
Classics was
yeah.
white stripes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Oh, he's down here. He's down here.
Matched the
behind me.
movie,
Really
wasn't
nice
it?
that one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
I liked
that.
him.
Although
War for
it's a bit
Cybertron,
Kindly.
I like.
War for
Yeah.
Cybertron B.
War for Cybertron was complicated, but really, really nice. And weapon storage.
And very similar to the first masterpiece. It's so similar. It's weird.
Mm.
So.
RID 2015. So the second RID B was phenomenal. His lovely transformation. I would definitely. He's probably underrated. A lot of that RID, the deluxe figures they released, were really, really good.
Is it the
B
Warrior
is one of
range?
the-
Warrior.
That's it. The Warrior.
The
That's
Warrior
it.
class, yeah. They were
Warrior
lovely.
class.
Yeah.
Warrior
So
class.
I've had a message. I think it's time now. We've got no guests left. I think it's time.
We've still
to
got two more
show-
guests.
Oh, do we?
It's not quite sharp. So Chris Packer, man.
Paul's literally just messaged you. Please come on.
Sharp
Mom,
and
Dad.
come on.
Right, you have got something on the stream. Go on, line it up. I'll do it.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
We're
again,
all
so.
looking forward to this. This may be the greatest moment in broadcasting history. I don't want to
Oh,
build
God,
it up too much.
Is it the real Bumblebee?
He's feeling contact.
I'm
Is it that
in
last
box.
from those Hey Alexis
Yeah, it's like-
videos?
No, it's cool. Yeah. Nice to meet you again, sir. Thank you for coming on.
You smell like weed.
So you've got your own channel, which is.
Oh, it's what I know.
What we'll do is we'll start with some questions. So my first question for you was, just tell us about your journey. How did it start? Did it start when you were young?
Almost a year ago. No, I don't know.
That's cool. And if you had to say there was a theme, I can kind of guess what you say, but if there was a theme, what would you say it is?
We ate mushrooms. Those mushrooms were very strong. So your day off would be us wandering around on mushrooms.
Be
honest.
There's a real honesty about that.
So what is the right answer?
Yeah, there was. There's kind of there was a bunch of us which kind of started all around the same time, like within the last 2 to 3 years.
When's the last time you had a day off?
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, there is no day off is the point.
And I was speaking to some of the guys. I'm sure they won't mind me saying, but it lulled sort of like 6 to 7 years ago, and they're saying they're feeling reinvigorated, and they're coming back to the scene, and
Dare you to tell me that it wasn't?
There's a bit of a buzz at the moment going on, but it's just great meat.
I'll give you 2 points for that.
We'll talk about other YouTubers. What sort of YouTubers? Who are your sort of favorites? Your go-to guys?
Sometimes like a bunny rabbit. You say dragon, but it's mythological. But Shakespeare.
The great answers. Right. So we've also got.
What's something on my bucket list?
Yeah, twins. Cool. That is hardcore.
Close. You're in the vicinity. That's not correct, but. Where is my favorite place to visit?
Rudy Suzu's Science Fancy Experience.
What's that person that comes out?
This new. No, it's cool. I've seen your videos. I've seen your. I remember.
Prince, do that right now.
Who's come? Is that coming?
Did I f any up? That was it, everyone. Clearly, he's completely exhausted. Thank you for watching. I hope you had fun.
Thank you very much. Whoops. I'm sorry.
I take it all back. That was the finest moment in broadcasting history.
Oh my god, that was brilliant.
I thought you weren't even coming on the show. How did you possibly have that ready?
Does Megan Fox live near Alexis too? Is that what
So I don't know how Paul met Megan, but Paul met Meg. So
who was actually interviewing there? Was that Rudy?
That was part of my interview, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Nope.
But not all of it. Just a bit about the twins.
Nope.
My children.
No,
that was really well done.
It was actually Toys R Us.
I can almost feel Paul seething that he didn't manage to do something like that. Damn you. It was then that the war began.
That was hilarious, Alexis. Well done. I doff my hat to you. It was a masterpiece. Funniest thing. I don't know how to follow that really, or what to do now.
Surely that's the way you end. Surely it doesn't get better.
Listen, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Everybody watching, everybody in the chat.
Yeah, the chat's been absolutely lit, and thank you for watching. I know a lot of people in the chat tonight saying it's the first time. Hopefully, you can watch us next week and it goes back to normal.
100 episodes is amazing, man. Congrats, guys. That's amazing. 100.
Yeah, it's been one hell of a journey that we've all been able to be part of. And
it's a good job we've had nothing better to do.
That's the tagline. Nothing better.
We actually done this before COVID, didn't we? We started it about November, and then COVID kicked in. But when COVID kicked in, we were like, "Oh, what's that? A couple of months off." Beers on the Friday.
Do some podcasts.
Yeah. I just remember people sharing all the memes and stuff about middle-aged men all buying microphones and stuff for podcasting and thinking, we were doing it beforehand. That's not us. That's not us. Don't you throw me in there. And it's like just me reading it. Nobody had accused me.
Right, that's it for tonight. I need to go now because I'm laughing and I'm drunk. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you much to our guests. Thank you everyone to in the chat. And here's the next 100 episodes.
Cheers, lads.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Thank you.
Love Jamie.
Bye.
Love Jamie.
Breakfast. Bye.